You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE LP 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
You bring up your food. Now Thomas Edison, the light bulb inventor, his 2,000 times he failed before the bulb could light. And when he reached age 67, a fire cost him 2 million. That's when the studio burned to the ground one December night. But he stood strong, faithful to his craft. And 3 weeks later, release his first phonograph. You see, he had the stuff great men are made of. It's the stuff you could miss unless you look below the surface. I say he had the stuff great men are made of. It's the stuff you could miss unless you look below the surface. Okay, Shaq. They say that pressure, it does make diamonds out of rock. And it's the same with the human character. When our dreams are dumbstruck in a jail, two men looking out through the same bars. One will fail, cause he see mud while the other sees stars. You see, while pressure humbles the meek, it strengthens who do this deceit. It's the barometer that measures the strong and do. Because Martin Luther and South Africa Nelson Mandela, in darkness in their jail cell, putting in their lights. And civil rights advocacies won't give you more energies. For the more injustice rages, the more they fight. And for 27 years, Nelson Mandela suffered. And from jail became president of South Africa. You see, Nelson had a stuff that great men are made of. It's the stuff you could miss unless you look below the surface. Potential, I say he had the stuff that great men are made of. It's the stuff you could miss unless you look below the surface.
This is
Yes, 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 yes. Let me say a special hello to all the WZYE 95.9 FM listeners. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, it's in the village with the DAG, Triplets, and WZYE 95.9 FM. And of course, we come to you every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 9 p.m. That's Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 9 p.m. I'll bring them in two tonight. Tommy E. Marshall Nesbitt, boy.
Good evening. Welcome to the villagers who are in already, and a pleasant good evening to you, Mr. Liborn, sir, Professor Liborn.
Good evening to you. Let me say welcome to no other than Waveney Diana Benskin McDonald, boy.
Why you sending the establishment my real name? You like you're a spy.
Well, they say that snake in the Balize.
Yeah. And this evening, I vex me pillow bun and I blaming Dr. Rowley for that.
You pill out bun? How come?
Yeah. I'm blaming Dr. Rowley for that.
Well, they had to blame him for everything, you know. You know how it is go. Yeah. But yeah, Nadia, let me say, Nadia broke the record, eh? Nadia was incited about 2 something. The time I put up the thing that I had to send it out, Nadia been inside long time, you know. Nadia, take win, Nadia, take win.
Look,
You get
Fish
real room
Sticks.
tonight.
We look,
Huh?
Fish Sticks is back, boy. Fish
Who?
Sticks is in the house.
He come back?
Yeah. So
Where
Cheese
you
Stick
went?
will have somebody to hang out with.
Yeah. Rose, welcome. Yeah, right. Nadia, girl, you was inside early tonight, Nadia. Congrats, eh? We had to get the applause for you, Nadia. We had to get the applause for you because you're inside early tonight, but early o'clock. You take the cake, Nadia.
And Wallafield selling cashew nuts for $20. They're golden. What kind of nuts is them, boy?
I don't know what kind of nuts is that. To Keisha, you inside. I'm gonna put up some of these things early tonight. Rose says she want to congratulate. To Keisha, welcome. She want to congratulate all the SCA students. Big up yourself.
Yay.
Round of applause. Yeah, man.
Yay.
Yeah. Nadia inside big time. Yeah. Nadia was watching, boy. Nadia was watching her preparing for the program, yes? Look what Rose says. That a girl restless when she had to wait a couple days for the program.
Hey, Rose, don't put no ideas in Anselm's head. I just get restless when I have to come on 3 nights a week.
What's not? Your friend, let me put him up on the screen. Eh? You see on the screen? Look what you see on the screen.
We do.
You see I jump across. I know where you was. Where's BRB? Anybody know what's BRB? BRB.
Be right back.
Oh, that's what that means. All right. I thought you going to bed and breakfast or something, yes? Yeah, not cake inside, boy. What up? Tony Mohammed. Good night, boy. Cindy L, boy. Cindy, a bad girl. Welcome back, Cindy.
Lana's in the house. Hailey's in the house.
Yeah, Tommy, boy. That real serious music there, you know. That real good music there, boy. Because we want to look below the surface tonight. Oh, God.
I have an editorial for tonight, too.
I want to look below the surface tonight.
Yeah, boy.
Plenty of them in the chat go vex tonight. Run, little run order. Cheese stick, bread stick, pumpkin stick.
Oh God.
What was that? Now Nadia, you know vex. I know.
We have surprise guests coming up, so chill. Night, y'all are gonna be pleasantly surprised.
And who's that fella? What's his name?
King. Who's that?
Wallafield nuts. Look, Wallafield nuts inside.
But Anselm, I tell you that already. He's selling cashew for $20. You slow.
Yeah. And
oh my God.
Who's Fish Stick?
That's why I don't know.
Fish Stick? Nah, didn't we have a cheese stick?
Yeah. Fish Stick is new to the village, y'all. Give him a hearty welcome.
Hello. We have a new stick in the village. We have a cheese, but we have a fish. I feel like cheese stick, you know. He got promotion to fish stick. Where's the inside?
Hello, Troy Smith.
Stoops. The fella Stoops in.
Who run already?
Yeah,
don't pay Ron no mind.
Hey, Troy, you're inside, boy. What tax? Good boy, Troy. You're inside. We missing me, fella. What? Anselm mad I never see a pumpkin stick. Hey, Fish Stick, you trying to take Ellis walk, boy? Ellis is the comedian in the... Eh?
Love Fish Stick say, give me a heart welcome. He knew.
What do you mean? Hey, want to say
See?
little fish sticks?
And he
Want to say
laughing
little fish
too.
sticks? Say little fish sticks.
Lana say fish.
Little
He's not
Ramona. Little
he not
Ramona.
salt fish, he's fish stick.
Oh, yeah. Nuts cakes and fishes cheese between. Oh, boy.
Oh,
Hey, hello,
cheese
wicked,
by
you know.
the way.
All you
Fish is
wicked, boy.
cheese by the way.
Yeah. Lana, you're inside. No. Hey, Lana, I go ask that question for you tonight, eh?
My neck hurting me. I blaming Dr. Rowley for that too.
Yeah. We have to look below the surface tonight, boy. We going below the surface tonight, all you know. All you hear this song? All you want to play it again?
Tommy, he going below the surface. Watch yourself.
Yeah.
I know how to
Tommy,
watch the song.
Lana vex with you, boy. She say you come in the show and you ain't bring no snacks. Phantom, you inside, boy. What up?
Lana, I don't like smoke herring. Can't stand the smell of it.
Yeah, Phantom, you inside.
What's up, family?
Hey,
Hey, madam.
Phantom in the
Well,
house, Phantom. Anselm going below the surface tonight. Make sure you have on your boots tight, yeah?
Yeah,
Wait,
boy.
you hitting under the belt?
All you tighten all your boots tonight. Yeah, Tommy Mohammed say Miss Mia at least not legal she own, boy. Correct is right, yes?
Rose says
Hey,
she like your shirt, Anselm.
Rose, thank you so very kindly, Rose. I really appreciate that.
Okay, all right now. Don't
Thank
go
you
like go to
so
your
much,
head.
boy, Rose. I
His
really appreciate
wife
that.
dress him. His wife dress him. That's why he looking so nice.
No, my wife does just main children. How you know that?
His wife dressed him today. That's
How
why
you
he
know my
looking
wife does just
decent.
me?
His wife dressed him today. That's why he
No,
looking nice
almost
today.
every day. Not cake say fish steak is tanty fish.
Oh God! Oh Lord, why
We
start
don't
up
know,
in
boy.
this village? Oh
Oh boy.
Lord!
Yeah, Rose, thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, you stick it. Look what that fella say. I put it up on the screen.
Something wrong with Diana. Smoke her and his boss. Yuck! Saltfish rude. Saltfish rules, not rude. Ah!
Yeah. Well, what do you expect from the fella?
You ain't listen to Sparrow or what? What's wrong with you?
Look, my dog come now, boy.
What?
My dog you inside, boy. What acts?
Careful, my dog. He going below the surface. Careful.
Yeah, well, I'm going below the surface now, boy. We're going below the surface tonight, and we have somebody that calling out Kingsley already. Yeah? They call him what they call him again? Somebody call him something. What?
Oh,
I don't know. What's that one my dog say?
I don't know. I don't understand their acronyms. Huh?
What is them? What is
That
that
is
acronym?
what's.
Anybody know that? What is that?
Good night, everyone. Hope you guys are safe and doing well. Anselm, mad. I don't know which one.
My dog. Look, my friend. What? You know, all of them be saying some things that we don't understand. Only we living in Trinidad no more, you know. them kind of Trinidad. Hey, Lana, transfer, Lana,
Oh
translate them
Lord.
things to me now.
Well, Ron say you feel you alone smart and everybody else don't see a wall track.
You see, who said anything but dunce or smart or anything like that? I ever say anything about that? You feel
Tommy,
you're alone smart and everybody else dunce.
Tommy, he name wall track.
I thought it was lame.
Wall chase. Hey, Cindy inside, yo. Cindy inside, boy. Cindy inside, what acts? Hello to you, Cindy, too, boy. No.
Rajvi is there.
Hey, Raj. Hey, you know, I tried to call you on the ground report this morning. I didn't take my call at all, boy.
Oh, Lord.
They're afraid to take my call, boy. Slightly
boy.
the Pompec of Radio and Woodsmith.
Oh, boy.
They ain't taking my call. Darren Legal, boy, you're inside. Oh, God.
A whole lot of people.
Them fellas gonna come out tonight, you know. That they come tonight, you know. That's Kingsley. That's Kingsley. One track like a 8 track.
My shoulder hurting me. I blaming Dr. Rowley. My pillow burn. I blaming Dr. Rowley. I feeling cold. I blaming Dr. Rowley.
Hey, Manny Jesus, boy, you inside. Everybody doing fantabulous, man. It's always Manny Jesus, eh? Remember, right? But we have the man coming up, boy. Kingsley, boy. We have to find out if Kingsley is a UNC, a PNM, or
Oh,
ILP.
Lord. Oh, Lord.
Which one? Hey!
Here we go.
Hey, I want to ask all you something. You know the other night, hey, Chris, what's new inside, boy? So let me go below the surface now. I want to ask all you a question, eh? I'm asking a question, eh? I want to let you listen to this, and I'm asking a question. All right? I want to know what is the difference when you're in government and what's the difference when you're out of government. All right? I just asked you. Asking a question.
Fishstick said Miss Diana Rowley like when you're blaming him, but what you feeling cold. So watch what you say.
I tell you, Diana, they go give you.
Oh,
Oh, man. You know, my dog say, I'll tell you, want the show to finish 12 tonight with Kingsley. Hey, Kingsley from Lavantella, my dog, don't talk about people from Lavantella, sir. Right? Don't talk about that. I like that. Don't talk about my Lavantella people, sir. Yeah, boy, Chris. Congratulations to all the SCA students. Look, Ron say Kingsley is a UNC. Watch. He's a UNC.
Who cares?
Yeah, I don't know who he is, and for some hearing the name.
Oh, you mean you know who Kingsley is, man? Come on, man, Gary, man.
Well, when I see him, I probably know him when I see him.
Kingsley is a big UNC activist.
Yeah, but you think about it, you understand, is I never dealt with the people lower the administration. You understand? I came in with the people on the top, so I don't know too much of the people on the lower level. Yeah.
My dog, I go see what? Sorry, go sorry, Anselm. Kingsley used to worship Marlene McDonald. Ooh.
So wait. Kingsley he's a PNM?
He holds she back. Oh, that's who he is. He holds she back for $200.
He's a little wicked, you know. Oh, you gonna say the man only back for the man didn't come yet and only gain the man thunder? He holds she back for 200?
Oh, that's who he is. Okay.
Yeah, so look, Bonnie Roberts welcome. Bonnie Roberts say, ask Kingsley if he changes house color from yellow to red. All you could ask him, when the man come, all you ask him, all of them gain the man ain't reach yet. He say, Chris Watson say, Kingsley come like a striker on a football field. He never scored goal in 10 years. All you wicked boy. Oh God. What? Kingsley have a question mark. The man even come at Kingsley have a question mark over his head. Kingsley is a jumping jack.
When things wasn't in his favor, he jumped ship. Okay.
Run DMC said, Tikisha, you need another God. Oh God, all you wicked boy. What Tikisha say? Yes, Diana, he was, and when things wasn't in his favor, he jumped ship. Oh God,
Oh, Raj V, terrible.
What Raj V, boy?
Don't read it.
No, I ain't putting up that one. Don't worry, I ain't putting up that one. Boy. Tikisha say, you know the man personally, yes? Hey, Omar, well, good night.
Omar in the house too.
Yeah, in the house too. Hey, but Olia, let me go.
Okay.
Mr. Munilal and Miss Marlene have a good relationship. And to me, that's a good point there, you know. All you read between the lines there, we going below the surface, eh? All you read that, eh? All you read that? All you read it, eh? Tommy Mohammed, but you know something, boy. My dog say he gone. He'll be back in 10 minutes. You gotta go and get some nuts. All right. Well, let me go. Let me go with this one, eh?
Hmm.
Bonnie Roberts say Kingsley looking for a sponsor to accompany Aisha in Tobago.
Ooh.
Oh God. Hey,
Ooh.
Ollie, I want to ask Ollie a question now, eh? I want to find out if when you're in government, you just talk one way, and when you're outside of government, you just talk another way. I want to let you listen to that. Listen to this.
Then Finance Minister Larry Hawaii in the Parliament announcing the introduction of property tax.
I propose to phase in these taxes over the period 2014 to 2017, during which time the properties will be valued and consultations will be held with all stakeholders. In phase one, and effective immediately, we shall commence valuations of all industrial land, including plant and machinery, whether house or in-house, with a view to implement
Oh God, I'm there, boy.
July 1st, 2014.
I feel one
During
said
the
something.
2013-2014 budget presentation, he had stated that the second phase of the property tax would have included commercial, agricultural and residential properties.
We will impose a tax on commercial properties, and in phase 3, we will impose a tax on agricultural lands and on residential properties, with a deductible allowance to provide relief to certain agricultural landowners and low-income homeowners.
So Ollie, I only asking the question, eh? I just want to know, eh? And Gary, maybe you could help me here. Let me bring Tommy back in. So Gary, are you supposed to have one opinion when you're in government, and when you're outside of government, you're diametrically opposed to what you wanted to do? Just ask it.
Hey, I like that question you asked there.
But weren't they going to do it in phases?
It seems like Mr. Hawaii was totally unaware of what UNC campaign, PPG campaign on. And when he came up with this, I went straight up his face on social media, and called him a PNM finance minister, because that is not was the agenda, and they had to shut him down. So I am one of those who went and behaved very badly up in his face.
You see,
so
when you're
that
doing
stopped
people's
real quick.
Gary, when you're doing the people's business or your own business or any business, you need finance. And if you see, as a finance minister, you see there's a shortfall, and you know that so the most reasonable thing you can do is to get it from the taxpayers. You go to them. That's what they do everywhere. That's what they do here, where we live.
That's what they do everywhere. But that was not what the UNC PPG campaign on. So he couldn't come with that.
Because
Also, the PNM is going in a direction, like I tell you, which is draconian. I mean, you see that for yourself. It's not to say what they're bringing. Before people was paying $48 an acre. The last time I think it was the land tax or something like that. It went up to if that much. I mean, most of the time it was a pretty small amount of money. But PNM
even if they restored what was, at least they will have some kind of income. But to have nothing, zilch kaput.
But the thing about it is you cannot. The thing about it is you cannot trust. You cannot trust the government in this kind of aspect of things, because they start with the minute you give them an inch. Nobody against it, But the minute you start to give them an inch, that's when they want to take a whole yard. And men like Imbut and them guys, you can't trust them at all. They're very wicked and have no conscience against anybody. So I mean, yes, we need that finance, but also I have a big issue with government in transparency of spending, and they're wicked. They are wicked in the distribution of funding towards the nationals in the country. There's too much discrimination, political, and all kind of discrimination.
That has always been the
It has always been, because PNM has ruled the country for the majority of we life, Tommy. And the fact is, even if UNC was in government, UNC was not fully capable or has not been fully forceful in
When we gave
changing
them a
what was
chance,
going on in the country?
when we gave the PP a chance in 2010, we knew that if they did the right thing and they governed the way we expected them to, and they did what they said they were going to do, they were going to get a second term. But it
Yeah,
was just
but Tommy,
chaos.
that is not the point. The point is all that is understood, but the system is so entrenched with the roots of the way things are that it is not an easy task to upheal everything. It had to be.
They had a chance to rewrite the playbook. They had a chance to rewrite the playbook. Did they do it? They were too busy doing other things other than what they said they were going to do. If they had
Some
rewritten the
people play the
playbook,
fool.
it would be a different thing.
Some people play the fool. I mean, and we see that for a fact that some people play the fool.
They had a
I
fair
don't think
chance to rewrite the playbook. They had 5 years.
I don't think she was forceful enough. You know, I don't think she was
5
forceful
years
enough.
is enough time to rewrite the playbook and change the narrative. They didn't do it. So if they didn't do it,
so Tommy, they didn't do it. PNM digging out the people like, no, let me rephrase that word. PNM jerking out the people like, oppressing the people. So what is the answer?
I'm saying that the system is a system issue that has to be updated, not just updated, but probably totally scrapped and reintroduced and replaced with a new system. I'm just saying it's the system of governance that the system of governance is the problem. It don't matter who the hell you put there, still everybody will come with the same playbook. So that's why we're getting crap left, right, and center.
So even on one part, there's one part here. The PNM people are still in position to give whoever come in power. If say Watson Duke win the election, you know what he's gonna face? He's gonna face the same thunder and the same opposition from the PNM people in place because they've been there since the root of the country, and they're going to show you who is boss. That's how they operate. They're doing the same thing to Gary Gifford in the force. They want to show who is boss.
My friend, it doesn't matter who you put, PNM or UNC. It's the same people playing who running things from behind. It's the same puppet masters. So I don't care what they say about.
We have to uproot the things, but we need a good team to really be very heavy-handed on them. I thought Dr. Rowley would have been the kind of person to really take a real stand against things, you know. But I am disappointed in him. I mean, you know, I thought he was a strong man going in there. You know, he's strong on certain things and oppressing the people.
But Gary, Diana, and Tommy, right? I put up a simple question. Right? A simple question.
Internet is like.
Right? Yeah, we hear you, Tommy. A simple question, right? If you are in power and you are for something, and when you come out of power, you are against what you was for, right? Then you just playing games with people. You just playing games. You're not really serious. Let me give you a next example.
Exactly.
Let me give you a next example. Gary, if I'm telling you, Gary, I don't want you to go to Japan, right? And you ain't go. However, I get in a plane and I go to Japan. So, if I'm telling you, vote no to the SOE, say no to the SOE, and when I go in Parliament, I abstain.
You are saying nothing. You are saying not one vote. You should have riot in the Parliament.
What's that?
They should have riot in the Parliament.
No, but guys, this seemed to me a pattern of behavior. Let me give you a next one. Oh, let me give you this one too, guys. Since we're on it, before your partner come, Kingsley come. Before your partner come. Let me give you this other one here. What's this one? It seems like it's a pattern to me. What's this one? Where is this one, boy? Here we go now.
Mr. Lee?
Abstain.
Mr. Charles?
Abstain.
Dr. Rambachan?
Abstain.
Mr. Karam?
Abstain.
Dr. Tiwari?
We abstain.
Dr. Munilan?
Abstain.
Mrs. Nuala Hussain?
Abstain.
Mr. Indar Singh?
Abstain.
Mr. Ramadan?
Abstain.
Dr. Khan? Dr. Khan? Dr. Khan?
Abstain.
Dr. Budo?
Abstain.
Mr. Parry?
Abstain.
Mr. Singh?
Abstain.
Gary, you know what that was for? That
Yeah.
was for the COP. That was for the Commissioner of Police.
Right, right.
Each and every one of them abstain in Parliament. Right? So when you're in Parliament, now it's a different story. When you're in Parliament, it's one thing, and when you're outside of Parliament, it's a different thing. So I
You should
show
have said
you
either
there.
yes or no. You should have said either yes or no.
I show you there
These things I disagree with.
3 scenarios. And all you could criticize me all you want. I made them things up. I cut the video, I do nothing. And this is part of the problem we have in Trinidad and Tobago. When it's time for the opposition to take a stand and stand up, right? They go into the Waffle House. You cannot be going to the Waffle House when you have to stand up. If you say no, no is no. No cannot be abstain.
Nope.
No cannot be abstain. Anytime you're doing that, you playing political football with people. You playing with people. You're playing. And they said a fish doesn't rotten from the tail. I said that about the PNM. Now I'm going to say the same thing about the UNC. A fish doesn't rotten from the tail. Only come on, man. Only we going below these things.
In my eyes, I see that as a form of oppression, and it's an institutionalized oppression because you're not voting yes, you're not voting no, and the people put you there to represent them. Right? Tonight, I am going to be addressing the 4 eyes in oppression. There are 4 eyes in oppression. And it's being played out in Trinidad and Tobago. Ideological oppression, institutional oppression, interpersonal oppression, and internalized oppression. And I will prove my point with my editorial at the end of the show. But it's being played out in Trinidad and Tobago on a daily basis. You can't tell me otherwise. I'm going to prove my point. Go ahead, Armstrong.
My dog, good. My dog say, want some buffing up so again. What? Hey, where you get that from? Where you get out of both people?
Look, the people want to see, in my perspective, the people want to see some strong leadership. We want some people, who could go out there and raise hell. You see, like how Philip go out there and raise hell and he cuss out everybody. I mean, you don't have to be, but say anything about it. You might not have to be obscene, but at the same time, you got to raise hell.
But they're being oppressed every minute. Farris running in the parliament and making some law. You can't do this and it. Now while we're at it, yeah, you want to see some people stand up. Look, Mr. Abdullah went out there today. How many police with gun? How many policemen with gun surrounded that man? Why was all them policemen with all them guns around that man, that unarmed man? Only answer me that question. Answer me that question.
Let Gary ask Gary now.
I ask Dr. Rowley and them that listening. Why so many armed policemen was around that unarmed man and they had children missing? You talk about institutionalized oppression. That's why the place is so corrupt and upside down and lopsided and have citizens living in fear. Yeah.
But Gary,
Queen in the house. Say hello to Queen.
Queen inside. Gary,
yeah,
somebody asked me to ask you a question. Let me see the question. I want to ask you the question because I want to forget.
Yeah.
Because the person say, the person tell me to ask you, ask Gary. Don't you have a thing called ask Gary?
No, we should do that.
We need to come up. Gary, I think we need to come up something called Ask Gary.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, hold up.
I game for it. Go ahead. Shoot.
Somebody say, oh, Gary, somebody say, So ask how many poor people money that help get HCC homes.
I have no idea.
Mm.
I have no idea.
All right. And the person say UNC did the same thing on the
Remember after the win election, I was nobody. You understand that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. After the win election, Mrs. Visa didn't know me.
Oh, she dropped you?
She didn't know me.
You like that?
She didn't know me. In fact, I was totally blocked from communicating with her.
Huh? Who dropped you? Dave Tanko?
Huh? Only Dave communicate with me.
Just kidding.
No. They maintained communication. Jack Warner maintained communication. And well, I was able to talk to Gary Griffith. Before I leave, I say I can't wait no more. I want to talk to the lady. I tell him what to tell him about security and how I see things.
But listen earlier, you see them two examples there? That is examples to show you how they just take the voters and them for. They just take me for fools.
Mm-hmm.
They just take me, and we don't hold them accountable. We don't hold them accountable. They outside here and they telling me, hey, take the plane and go China, take the plane and go China. Take the vaccine, take the Sinopharm vaccine, take it. All they do this. And them turn around and say, boy, you need taking that Sinopharm. Now I waiting till Pfizer come by. Like a horse race. I waiting for the Pfizer, boy. Me taking the Sinopharm is like the donkey, right?
I still taking the Fernandez vaccine. Who vexed those?
I waiting for the big breed one, boy.
You hear what President Biden say? If you don't take the vaccine, you're subjected to weekly PCR tests.
Well, look at right here. Yeah. Take the thing right out. Look the man say here.
Look,
the man say here. All you gotta take it. So think about this.
Long as he paying for it, not like.
But think about this. If we here in this first world country saying this, right?
Mm-hmm.
We in the first world are we saying this? Why we upset with the third world countries saying the same thing? Third world countries. Just asking.
But Anselm,
America don't call the shot in Trinidad for most Trinidad.
No, I hear you. I am just saying.
Yeah. Anselm, you cannot go and force this for people to pay for no PCR test when you already disenfranchise them economically. You will have to pay for those tests. The state will have to pay for those tests.
If Biden paying for the PCR test, bring it on.
If the company paying for it, yeah. But you can't, Dr. Rowley cannot expect persons, they're already behind on a whole heap of bills, and you expect them to now go and add this other required mandated test. That's unfair. Then I would urge people, don't go to work. You're sick. You stay home. You're not feeling well. Shucks.
But the thing about it, right? Like I said, I posed the question and I'm going to ask it again. If you are fully vaccinated and you could still get infected and you could still infect others, why it is a travel requirement, a mandatory travel requirement, because you is still a threat to people who are anyway. So how it is the vaccine becomes so relevant? A vaccine, the only thing the vaccine is supposed to do is save you from dying from COVID. But the vaccine
from getting seriously ill.
It's not preventing you from infecting anybody or getting infected. Talk now.
Let me say this, I could talk from experience. My son is fully vaccinated and he get COVID-19. Now, I could make a statement that the reason why he's still here with us is because he was fully vaccinated. And whatever else he may have been doing, right, to combat COVID-19. Because he get over it in 2 weeks, he get over it. Right? Now, other people may say, well, how do you know if the vaccine helped him? Right? How do I know if it didn't help him? So I am going to go under the premise that the vaccine helped him and he get over it in 2 weeks and he come down and he visit us last week.
But the point I'm making, I can answer him, right? Is Dr. Rowley acting like if you're not vaccinated, you're a threat to the people in the country, right? That's how they're acting. But the vaccine, they have to show me proof that is vaccine, and they can't show it up to now because we've seen more evidence of vaccinated people with the best vaccine are getting infected and spreading COVID. So then, how is the unvaccinated any threat, just like the person who fully vaccinated to anybody?
Okay, all right. So Gary, before let me address Run the MCL. Let me address little Ron Horner. Little Ron Horner, right? You see, I'm putting up your comment on the screen. I'm putting up your comments on the screen now for you to see that. So I can't complain, especially little Ron Horner, right? If that was an example of the way the parties deal with their people, it doesn't matter which party. That was just an example. So if the PNM doing the same thing, it's the same thing for the PNM. If ILP coming to power, it's the same thing. And we who are in charge, because we put them there, we should tell them that no, we're not taking that. We ain't taking that, so, right? We're not taking that, so we sit down and we just take that, right? Why is that? Why is that? Right? And you know why is that? Let me tell you why that is. It's because we support party, and whatever the party do, we support that. And I mean, it's sad. We supporting that, regardless of whatever it is. We supporting that, and until we are going to decide we ain't doing that, you know, right? Things go change. My dog say he come back in, and some still getting on. What? Nonscake say, then what? Abstaining should not be an option. Well, yeah, if you say no is no, you can't abstain no. What's wrong with you? All of a sudden you say, I don't know. There's no need to abstain.
My issue with the whole thing is that they are except for the Pfizer, which one it is, they are all experimental vaccines, they call them.
Well, Diana,
Yeah.
we gotta be careful. We gotta be careful. All right, we gotta be careful. Yeah,
But that
we
is
gotta
the
be
truth.
careful.
That is the truth.
No, but
careful. That's why we got sanctioned.
But Gary, we gotta be careful. People getting sanctioned left, right, and center.
Okay.
You know?
Don't go down that road then.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
let me ask the question then. So the fact that some people are having adverse reaction and serious health issues with the vaccine, we should cover that up?
Well, if the thing about it is that,
because I just got some new information again.
Well, Gary, you see, the thing about it is that we don't control YouTube and Facebook.
No, I understand that, but what I'm saying to you
Facebook
is,
control us, and they believe that anything that doesn't come from the FDA or the CDC, they consider it to be fake news.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about people who give physical statement, who give actual statement. I'm not talking about something that I pulled up anything. I'm talking about people I heard from directly, how the vaccine affected them. And there's some people in the UK I heard from people in Trinidad, and I mean directly how the vaccine affected them. So is this not something I pulled up off the blog thing that somebody put in on some kind of propaganda there?
I like my partner Vonnie Roberts, Vonnie Roberts said, "Someday raise your pressure, you will still vote for the PNM."
Ron is asking, did we know that one fully vaccinated repatriated citizen was released, allowed to go home, and 5 days after went in the hospital with Delta? Well, Ron, they're going to have all kind of 19, 20, 33rd strain, and you're going to get the Zebra variant, because those things, they seem to be evolving. So it is what it is. And look where they catch it, in Trinidad.
We are international country. International travel.
Ellen says yes or no. Either you're pregnant or not, you can't be half pregnant. Right? Correct is right, man. Although we have political activist Kingsley coming up at
Is Adrian in the background yet? Or no?
No, I ain't seen him yet. Yeah, he's supposed to come. Right? But but I hear people in the chat saying nothing more than two things I play there. You go, where's that one? Well, let me get rid of that.
Well, you mean with
yeah, but answer. You have to take into consideration. You guys looking at some small things here. The country and the people was far better off under the PPG with the level of services delivered to them. And it had nothing to do with oil price. It had to do with how they manage things.
Well,
Because oil price could be anything, but if you're not releasing the services towards the people, it was the management and the level of services delivered.
but Gary, if that is the case, why didn't they vote them back into power?
But what do you mean why didn't they vote them back into power? You saw the scandal that took place. Some of it relevant, some of it irrelevant. Dr. Rowley came up with this lie. I mean, I back away from Mrs. Cesar because of her behavior, right? Not because of how she performed in the country. I backed up. I said, hell with it. I ain't chasing her. You understand? And then Dr. Rowley come and said he want to work with us, and I was open to that. But the thing about it, what I'm saying to you is the level of services delivered to the country is that drastic difference in how the people is treated. A drastic difference. You guys got to come be realistic now, man.
But all I have to say is that I was there. I lived there at the time, and I know that she had more resources to work with than Rowley had every single day that she was in power.
She had more resources than Rowley had. She also generated a revenue to the country that when they met there. Okay,
listen,
but the thing, like I say to you, is not how much money.
The price of oil went through the bloody ceiling. So she didn't have to do anything. It was just a matter of luck and chance. The price of oil went through the bloody ceiling.
Do anything. So it had
The
nothing to
price
do with
of
the
oil went through the
expertise
ceiling.
of
The price of oil went through the
these guys who
ceiling.
were
We know
involved.
that. We all know that to be a fact. The price of oil went through the ceiling of that.
Yeah, but
So
Tommy, the price of oil could have been the
good
same
man.
under Dr. Rowley, and they would have seen the same thing because the man has no regards for anybody. He's totally selfish.
We cannot say that the price of oil being the same under Rowley would have the same result.
The price of oil not stopping them from feeding up themselves and their friends and hoarding the wealth and lying to the people that they don't have this. From day
Both play
one.
the same game. They
But
both play
Tommy,
the same game. They both play the same game.
Tommy, as the minute Dr. Rowley got into government, he both said he had no money. The minute they got the money gone, Kamala take all the money and gone.
All right, listen, I'm gonna be driving for another. I'm gonna be driving for another 5 to 10 minutes. So I'm gonna mute and listen, right?
Yeah. Come in when you get a chance.
So Nutscake says, Philip, just talk a good talk. He'll be a worse dictator than Rowley. Nutscake, guys. Oh God.
I mean, I think Philip is taking a brave stand. And I mean, I support that. I support anybody. I support guys like Jason and them taking a brave stand.
Gary, Philip Alexander has a significant following. Significant. And Gary, if that following doesn't result in votes, what is the significance?
But the thing about it is, like he said, going on protesting and protest. Who coming out to support we there? Trinidadians have to show me more than what they're doing right now, to tell you the truth. I am not impressed.
Nope,
You're giving a man likes and support on social media from a distance. But we out of the thing because we're outside there. The most we can do is talk at this point and try to share ideas. But them physically on the ground, them physically affected, is them children going hungry and then them losing their home and everything else that's going wrong in the country. No government services functioning according to the teacher you hear that. I was saying that before, way before COVID. Right?
Gary, here's a question in the chat. It says, Gary, give one example where KBB diversified the country or the economy.
Give one example?
Yeah, one example.
I mean, I don't have that physical information here with me right now, but I could get it. And I could even bring people in from the party to discuss what they did. But even Dave Tanko give an example how they diversify the economy. But people was getting access to food cards, food grants. They were getting jobs.
No, guy, that's not diversification.
So was she discriminating against the people?
No, Gary. Diversification is when you are moving away from oil and gas economy and you are diversifying economy in order for you to bring money into the country.
So she did nothing to
And
bring nothing to bring anything other than on the oil
Gary,
and gas.
I'm just asking the question, just like all these people that ask the questions in the chat.
Yeah.
When they put the questions, all I just do is ask the question.
No, I understand. No, I understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jenny, Philip is doing the job of the opposition.
He's doing the job that it should be done.
He is. Yep. Him and David Welch and my man Jason, don't mind he just dropped the F-bomb. But I don't know, they don't get up and they're not aggressive enough. they need pit bulls in that parliament. And that speaker of the house, she needs somebody that when she slaps banging her gavel to let her know, hello there, I am within my rights according to the Constitution to lay my claim and my whatever it is I want to talk. Don't be banging no gavel at me. But I don't know that. Like I don't know.
It's time to take out the damn suit and tie, man.
Yeah.
Gary, you see, again, our next message again. I just wanted to make sure. The person asked me to ask you about the HGC minister, Munilal. Did you answer that?
No, I have no access to that information.
Okay,
I have no access to that information.
All right, okay, cool.
I mean, I heard a lot of things.
So Gary has no access to that information, so he doesn't know about that. Cool, is that it?
Yeah, I have no access to the information. I don't know what remember I left and came back over here. But the thing about it is, I can only talk about the information I got, through the grapevine and that access. But the thing about it is, Mrs. Bisesa did not maintain any communication. I think she wished me a happy Father's Day the first time she around. But this was streamlining the communication, so they cut she off between me and her. Right? 10 days before the election, I talked to her and asked her what she wants. She says, see what I can do. And too many people contacting her to bring everybody under one blanket because she's not able to 100 people contacting her trying to do the same thing. When I was already in existence doing things, is that people start to run up and try to see things because she win the leadership.
I want to vex with Kingsley so well. Oh,
I don't know Kingsley, so I can't vex with him. Eh?
Boy, if it's Winston Renwick was here before. I think I saw that name before. Winston Renwick said the government, can people just put a muzzle in our mouth for the rest of our lives? I'm telling you, I no joke,
The people have to take control. The people have to take control and stand up and show everybody that they're not taking no shit no more. That is what they have to do. All right? Them living there. We could try to collaborate with them as much as possible, but the fight on the ground is theirs.
Tikisha says she waited on Kingsley with his sunglasses.
Oh no!
Oh God! Easy. The teacher says she should lavender so she can wait to the gentleman. Yeah, that's why I want to bring Kingsley from Laventille. I want to bring people from my hometown.
Oh, so this is the Laventille show, huh?
No, it's not Laventille show, but Kingsley's activist from Laventille. What? I remember the other UNC one from Beaton Anderson too.
Yeah, we can't get nobody from there to talk.
Anderson, he's at UNC. Anderson from the Beaton.
Yeah, but them that's only parade in yellow and vote PNM.
Oh Lord.
How you know that?
How many votes? How many votes UNC get out of this election from? Listen to me. You remember
that's about 900 votes.
They get 900 votes?
Yeah, in Laventille West.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I see the vote beat them to yellow,
Rodney Stowe get about 500 votes. That's most votes UNC get out there in a while. So anyway, folks, it's Individuals with the DAG Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. Of course, we come to you every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 9 p.m. And we're going below the surface tonight. We're going to go for a quick station identification. And coming up shortly is no other than my brother from Laventille, boy. The UNC brother from Laventille. The UNC partner. Oh, you know never met Kingsley, eh? Kingsley.
Hey, what to guard on them guys? I thought he was gonna get them sometime.
We go back that next. Saturday we go line up that. We go line up that. We go
Don't
line up
forget we have a
that.
guest Saturday, yeah?
Yeah. But
All
all
right.
right, maybe we will line up that for when he not because he have his life too, because
Yeah.
you know he
You
does
could
do
bring
his
him in
thing
late,
too.
like 10 o'clock or so.
Yeah. So let me go for a quick station identification. We'll be right back after this short message.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE LP 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
And of course, we are back with you. It's in the village with the DAG.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE LP 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
And of course, we are back with you. It's in the village with the DAG Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 9 p.m. That's Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 9 p.m. Let's give you guys a little bit of news before we have our political activist Kingsley join us in the village with the DAG Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. Gary, I see a boy went into Lavantil, boy.
Who's that?
Gary.
Who that? Ethelbert?
No.
Synonym?
Now the one synonym of our constituency.
Oh, you mean Ethelbert?
Yeah, Gary, you don't see it?
No. Let me see what you're talking about.
Ethelbert.
All right. But wait now, hold on. Gary, I thought you see that. I thought you sent this to me, Gary.
Well, I don't know what it is. I can't
It's
remember.
Someone had to catch up and put roads where there were tracks, and put drains where there were ravines, and put schools where there were none, and put health offices where there were none, and put police stations where there were none. And today, people can park their cars in their garages, 2 and 3 cars sometimes. And they put the government, electricity and water, and allow the private companies to put cables so the children living in this community have access to the internet. They have running water. Many of the cesspits that we had are now gone to sewer systems. We do have some cesspits around still, and we have an ongoing program treating with that. So this collapsed. But this is not new in this part of my constituency. I am aware of UE studies. I read a report years ago when I was the member for Laventille East Mova, conducted by the UE, who we had brought into the area. And they identified that this whole area, Parsley Street, Upper Parsley Street, is fraught with many springs. So these are underground springs. And as they flow, it causes subsidence. And therefore, you find a lot of this. If you go around here, you will see a lot of houses and structures cracked. And where we did concrete work, you will see it breaking away. This
All right.
So why don't we tap into the underground springs and create water supply for that area? I mean, what was it so difficult? What is so difficult?
Right. Tell Ethelbert.
Oh God, only wicked boy.
Well, let me my brother. Listen to me.
That's his
He's
name.
the most decent. He's the most one of the most decent.
That Gary partner Kingsley. We see him in the background here. Hold straight, Kingsley.
His name
Kingsley, them people say all kind of thing about you already, partner. I hope you're ready.
Not me, Kingsley, not me. His name.
Them people call you all kind of name, Kingsley, boy. Hold straight in the background there. The boy Kingsley, boy, them people waiting for you, boy. I'm telling you one time. They call you all kind of name. I know if I can scroll back to them name they call you, but I'm going to try my best.
His name is Fitzgerald Ethelbert Hines.
And honestly, I got people in the chat calling the man failed Joel Hines already. Only wicked ever.
Look, the man went out. We criticizing the man for not performing there. He going to show what he doing there.
And what wrong with the hand?
Gary,
Why put him on the hand or?
No, Gary, them fellas said the man went to the Beaten Olympics, man.
You listen to Anselm. Anselm, why put him on the hand or?
I don't know, like it's something, boy. The man went to the Beaten Olympics, they say. The Beaten Olympics, boy. But you know, after this one, we go bring in Kingsley. You know, we have our next Olympian, you know.
This man only come from the bottom, and I don't vote for nobody. This is not a politics here. The road fixer come for fame. Go on from in the back and go back in the ministry. What fame you come from? All the time this man was falling. Now where were you? Where were you when this man was falling? The man have no authority. What's the condition? What you talking about? Where you come now for? Man, go from here, mister. Go from here. Nobody wants to see you.
Twiggy, boy. Like Twiggy family. I feel she's Twiggy without the joy, you know. I feel so. Yeah.
No, but listen, the people have a right to be upset when the things in the initial stage and they're reporting it to the ministries and the, you know, they're not doing anything is when anything completely collapse. And I don't know, did somebody die at that house or?
I don't know.
One of them, somebody died.
But they have a whole set of situation like that all over the roads. They have
all over the country.
Potholes are swimming pools.
Let me bring in the guest. Let me bring in the guest. Let me bring in the guest. No other than Kingsley, boy. Kingsley, welcome to In the Village to the DAG Triplets at WZYE 95.9 FM. The D is Diana. The A, and she is considered to be the Storm. A is Anselm, and that is me. I am considered the Flash of Wall Street. The G is considered to be Gary. Gary is considered to be the Phantom. And then we have a fourth person who is Tommy. Tommy is the outside child, and the ladies call him the Love Child. Kingsley, you're making your maiden appearance outside of Medium Trinidad and Tobago. I'm telling you right now, here's your maiden appearance, eh? You know. So, you ready?
Yes. Always ready, man. Always ready. Let's get my second, please. Yes. Are you? Hold on. Let's get my second, please. Let's let me do something with this device.
Yeah.
You know all these things. Let's go.
One day, Kingsley, you're slow, you're slow, you blow. You can't come in the village and be slow, you know. I would blow you out. You out the village, you know.
Let me say. Let me say good night.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me say good night to you, my brother. Good night to my sister there, and the next brother right there. And I want to start out saying this, one of my teacher, the king of talk, Ricardo Welch, the gladiator, he said, Kingsley, he said, once you're in the arena, you're entitled to bleed. But they mustn't stay down when they bleed. They must get up and fight. So by hearing these negative things, it gives me encouragement here tonight to fight. Because negative give me strength. You know what I mean? Give me power. Not when politicians call me and say, Kingsley, you did a very good job. No. When I walk the streets and a layman come up to me and say, Kingsley, I hear you on the radio, I see you on social media, it gives me power. Not politicians. I doesn't want politicians to come and say, Kingsley, I do not a good job, you know. I don't want that. But when I walk the streets, but I know overall that in life, you yourself, nobody could never have 100% people love you. People say things about you where they not even say no. They judge you. They label you. Only when you open the book and you read the book and you come next to that person and speak to that person, you got to realize, hey, all these people were saying bad things about that person, and so. So again, let me say a good night, good evening to the international viewership. Also good evening to my good country, my sweet TNT, Trinidad and Tobago. Let me say good evening to people in Tobago. Let me say good evening to all who look on my Facebook account, who maybe peeping in and peeping out to hear what I'm going to say, to go back to report. I don't have a problem with that. But thank you all for coming in the dance and to hear Kingsley once again, first time guest on this powerful program with these three fantastic or these three powerful speakers, because I've been listening in and out here, my brother. Worship. I've been listening, not the whole, but I've been taking clips and listening and hearing all you speaking very good. So, any questions? Let's go.
Yes. So Kingsley, what it is, right? We keep it real, right? In the village. When people come in the village, we keep it real, right? So, first Kingsley, I want you to tell people a little bit of your background, though. I mean, who's really Kingsley?
Well, I come from Kingsley. I is Kingsley. I went to primary school, junior sec school. Well, from there, it never finished. But in life, it's ups and downs, sometimes fall. And today, I'm in my mid-30s. I could say that I never would have gone in my hand. And I'm born love until I live love until I grow love until I eat love until my neighbor should bury in love until. I see many of my friends dead and gone. I see many of my friends locked up in jail now for murder case who I grew up with, and Kingsley stands tall. So Kingsley is a humble person behind the background. People might see me in the front line, aggressive, powerful, you know what I mean? Grassroots-ish, real. And I survived in a way that I could tell somebody my story. That when I leave secondary school, I could have go and start a chain like my friend, because I was lineman on the block. I could have go and pick up a gun like my friend. You know what I went and do? I went and pick up buckles, stag and carry, and sell for 25 cents per buckle. I also used to sell in a shoebox. I used to go and get a shoebox by them, one of them shoe store, and buy Winter Fresh, and buy Sweetie, and buy caramel. I used to go out with $40. That was what, like 8 to 10 years ago. I used to go out with $40 and buy a pack of Winter Fresh for $10. It have 10 in the pack. Winter Fresh making back $20. So I go out with 40 and I sell. I used to work from St. James to Port of Spain. There's a space so store. I used to walk around town, back up St. James, and there I used to be a walking person with shoebox. We know all them office on them, and have Sweetie, have caramel, and Winter Fresh. You know, because more money you make is more stuff you buy to stock your thing. When you're in the office space, you're going. And the reason why I tell that story is to show that, yes, I strong, and I from Lavantil, and I know what I want. And nobody could tell me what I want. Kingsley know what he want. People go say all kind of things. Like life. I understand that. They kill God. They kill Jesus Christ. Who is Kingsley? So who is Kingsley? They say, how can you know about God? Yes, they say, how can you know about God? He's real, he's fake. So who is Kingsley? You understand? So I come from a background of a PNM house, a PNM household. You could say I born a PNM, but you know the young youths that say we born a PNM, but we didn't die a PNM. The older years that say we born PNM and we die PNM. Okay? And the youths now today who come from a mother PNM belly, they're not saying like how them mother saying. They're saying what is there for them on the table. Right? So I come from a PNM background. I never vote no political party. People could say what they want. I know me. Just last election, I voted for the UNC, but I'm a supporter of the UNC. I never leave the UNC, right? So I voted for the UNC the first time, right? I telling my friend was street behind the background that 16, 17, I did understand a little bit. And my time was under Patrick Manning. I was small, I didn't grow up with Chambers, I didn't grow up with Eric Williams. But from my family house, you know the history of Eric Williams, know the history of Chambers, know the history of these former prime minister. You understand? So I grew up under I just call him the uncle of the nation. Patrick Manning is the uncle of this nation. Nobody could take that away from our great, and may God bless him wherever he is in heaven. So this is Kingsley here. Kingsley is a simple, weak man, humble, poor, not rich, but thank God for the little that we have. So anybody listening to this and young, you take advice that it have opportunity for you in life. You don't have to be a doctor, you don't have to be a lawyer, you don't have to be an engineer. But once you have common sense and understand that you know what you want, you understand what you want. You might be a Usain Bolt, you might be a Dwayne Bravo. You know what I mean? Because if you're skillful with your brains, learn to play football, learn to run, learn to use your hand, learn to sell. You know what I mean? And thank God today that, you know what I mean, God bless me, and I stay strong by saying, God, thank you for everything I have today. Because why? I wasn't a weak person. And so I want to respond to Kings is strong. But I am not going to blame a young fella because he from Laventille and I from Laventille, and I understand where I go in, I understand where I want, I have a plan. I wouldn't say he could do it too. I know he can do it too. He need a hands up. He need a push. He need a talk. He need that person need a advice. That person need somebody to say, hey, we're doing this wrong. Hey, I have a father, I have a mother. Let me be a father. Let me be a brother. You know what I mean? Let me be a sister. Let me be a mother to you. So I will say, of course, I come a doctor. I born in Laventille, and I come a doctor. If I come out of Laventille, you could do it too. No, he can do it too. He need the help. And we who make it in life from Laventille and who understand it from Bitam, Silla, the Martin, Enterprise, I remind the African communities and them around Tobago who make it, who come as lawyers, who come doctors, who come engineers. We have to go back in. We have to share our experience. Still, no matter if they want to hear. Look, today there's crime out of control in the African community, and I call on a program, and I call for Fitzgerald Hines, Skit, Scotland, David Mohammed, me, and certain others African to go around the table before we go into the community and discuss, because we cannot continue saying one shot, one kill. We cannot continue saying, these is our brothers who getting killed. These are our brothers and fathers who leaving the children, and them is we, the black. You know what I mean? Them is we. So we have to help them. We have to push them. I mean, we can't go up in the mountains because we get money, go Marval and live up in the mountains amongst Chinese, among East Indians, among the 1%, and use the orange black man living up there because by his class, they have the money, so you can live there. If it didn't have the money, you couldn't live up in the mountains up there, right? So my brother, sister, and your brother, I just observe something, and I driving on the highway, and I watching big boy cars. Like if I see a BMW, a Range Rover, expensive cars, I look in it to see who driving the vehicle, to show who do. When man look at the driving vehicle, if there's African, Indian, or Chinese, and believe it, there's many rich Africans in the country. There's many rich Africans in this country, but you know why? They're selfish. They're afraid to come back in Laventille, in Diego Martin, in Caranage, in Pity Valley, in Arima, in Enterprise, in San Fernando, to Tobago. They're afraid to come back in their own community where they grow and become a doctor, become a lawyer, become a minister, become a prime minister, they become an engineer. They're afraid to come back in their own community. Today, when you go So Paria, you see the business people. There's nurse, the house upstairs, the business space downstairs. They running away now. The East Indian, the most East Indian, stayed in the community. Look bamboo. We behind the bridge. You used to say, look at them. They swamp. They living on swamp. When the bamboo now, check what small house in the bamboo. Show me a small house in the bamboo. We saw watch Shogunas and said Shogunas. We could say Shogunas today is a tongue. So
Kingsley, let me ask you a question, right? What was the breakup between you and the PNM in order for you to go to the UNC? What caused that breakup?
Okay, I leave the PNM in 2013-14, right? First time I ever leave the PNM because I was a part of Marley McDonald, and I see people was saying that, right?
Yeah, they say carry Marley McDonald handbag for $200. They say you used to carry Marley McDonald handbag for $200.
Well, I ain't spending $200. Thank God I get $200 because one person tell my time. Actually, I don't want nothing, you know. All I want is that jersey when the election comes. I watch that woman and I cry. Because she house. She try that bad boy. You try make trendy. And all that lady say no. You say all I want is a jersey, I pay them jersey because of Egg Williams. I cried when I was walking, campaigning. I want to say this. In 2007, I campaigned with Marlene. I win that election. I campaigned with 3 councillors. Natalie Young, Kino Romeo, and Kino Romeo twice, because Kino Romeo went up twice in local government, and Natalie Young went up. Aisha was on the other side, right? And I bring on 2 local elections, walking on the field, campaigning for the PNM. Manning used to have something called Youth Rally Fest. No much people in, you know what that? It's a Vanna, Eddie Adgrong. Manning used to talk about, Manning used to have a youth rally, and he used to be the future speaker. Oh my gosh, speaking to the youths, because he learned from Eric Williams. He understands from Eric Williams. He understands the philosophy of the PNM. You understand? So he should keep youth rally, youth fest. I mean, bring the youth, see how much youth he have on board. See, because by having a youth fest and bringing a soca star, you can see how much youth coming out. And I'm not saying all the youths, because I'm being real here. I'm not saying all the youths coming out because the party, because they have Marshall, Kess, Swappy or somebody, and they go, come out. You know what I mean? The way I was George, and they go say, hey, I'm coming out, right? Because, you know what I mean? But most people used to be with what I used to see. I walk from Eddie Ground, not once, for the last, no, not for the very last day. We has go with first square first. We second to last. Let's go with first, long. That was Manning time. Let's go with first square, then let's go Eddie Ground for the last rally of the campaign, right? And it have 4 powerful holes in the PNM. I will tell you now. It have a place called Bonds Road, right? There's where the woman arms. People know that. Like when the woman arms, I mean the vice chairwoman of the arms of PNM, they speak, and only the future speaker is the political leader speak in Bonds Road. Ask Fisher Hines when I meet him there, and me and he Gary, that time he was a youth officer, and I asked him what is the plan for the youths, and Fisher Hines couldn't answer me. I said, big man like you, boy, and we Gary. He said, Kingsley, I love you as a son. I love you as my own son. And people out there advising him and misleading him wrong. Just give me 2 weeks. And I have it, a text. He said, just give me 2 weeks with you, Kingsley, and I will tell it to somebody who I never respond. I never go one day. Because you see that sweet talk, he talk up there. But PNM pitch road, PNM do this, PNM do that. Hey, every single thing what PNM do rotten up in Laventel right now. Every single thing what PNM do rotten in Laventel. We have wires every time rainfall, current going in Lavantil. We have pipes in Lavantil with from since 1962. Bust up. All. We have communities, centers and schools where it's 100 years in Lavantil. Not a repair, not fixing it over. Look at our school called Philip right there by where you say the old Magera wall there over the highway there. Philip. The UNC started school. The UNC started and the PM government, it is them the shit. You know, up to now, after 6 years, they have no plan for Philip school. Them children now have to every day a bus have to come in Philip school, right? And meet them and they're going Eastern, right? They're going Eastern. Some girls will go Eastern girls and some will go Eastern, but that is on Nelson Street, right? So every day a bus come in the government and providing a bus for the teachers and them to come by Philip and primary government school and go. A school wrong the bridge called PKDD Government Primary School, RSC Government School. That school right now for the last 7 to 8 years, right by next to the MP office of Osborne South and PKDD Greens, next to the mosque, right there by the bridge where this you see the big water flowed by the Chari Valley.
I know that very well. I know that very well.
That school right now abandoned. So Simon, that school now the children, they know our buses come and pick them up and there's go Tranquil, right? Tranquil Government Primary School, right? That's on Tranquil Road, right? So the Tranquil School actually now have to come half day, right? And them now coming half day, and what I hear was a whole big back because the school didn't what them did because you know them from behind the bridge and Tranquil is a little school a kind of update, right? So a primary school because it have a Tranquil primary school and it have a secondary school Tranquil, right? So you know Tranquil before over the years, you know good people say back in the days, but right now Tranquil low, right? So back in the days people say a Tranquil with the most people with a good and in this country. So yes, so after that in 2013 I leave the PNM first time. And I went to support Uncle Jack because again I study Uncle Jack and I in studying here alone. I studying international and I understand what he do for people all in. People might say what Haiti, America, who big boys he helped this country, right? But I will tell you this, Jack Warner, the disappointment. He helped much Africans around the world. That is Jack Warner only fought what I see. And in this country too, he helped much Africans to get scholarship, to get a house, to get thing. He helped people. But I understand why, but I'm not winning that, right? So the only problem that he didn't have them. So I went to the ILP loyalty. When I went to the ILP, I carry people with me. Even talk show hosts and all, I carry with me without calling any names. And I know them, I could say, right?
Wait. Talk show hosts, they're still on radio now or from before? When you say talk shows, are them talk shows still on radio now? Because, I mean, or the PNM now, or the back to PNM. But Kingsley, are you back with PNM? Because a person asks a question here, right? This person asks Kingsley if someone from PNM is paying for Aisha rent in Tobago.
Well, I will answer this and say that I never leave the UNC. The UNC leave me.
Kingsley, what does that mean? Wait, Kingsley, what does that mean? You never leave the UNC leave you. That means to say we're no longer UNC, correct?
No. That said that UNC no longer accept me. I still that UNC because me leave the UNC.
Leave UNC Trinidad, they supporting PNM and Tobago. Is that UNC Trinidad, they supporting PNM and Tobago.
Listen, I leave the UNC. Look this here. This is a Kamala badge. I now one, two, right?
Yeah.
This is a UNC vest, right? It's a UNC vest, right? This here is a UNC jersey, right?
Right.
This here is a UNC long sleeve shirt, right? So I never, when I see me going alive and burn this, then when I leave the UNC. When you see me going alive and burn, I never leave the UNC. The UNC leaves me. And my brother, the UNC must tell this country if they leave Kingsley because of money, because Kingsley is small money car. I do not know. They must tell, and if it's money, I work for the money, so I want my damn money. So to say that Kingsley is a PNM, no. I'm not a PNM. The UNC leave me, so I am not hold on today as no.
Why you went to Tobago? Why you went to Tobago? Why you went to Tobago? The people say you was in Tobago and you go with
I went to Tobago from somebody specially sponsored me to go to Tobago, right?
A PNM person. A PNM person.
No, not a PNM person. Not a PNM person.
A ILP person. I mean a PDP person.
You would know. You will believe it. You will believe it. You will believe it. Is a normal citizen who have something, who listen to the radio and hear that Kingsley was asking for a sponsor to go to Tobago, right? But here's the reason why I went to go to Tobago. I went in certain community, right? And I have to go back into Tobago this time because I didn't make no live, because I went to feel out the ground before I bring people on the air, right? And the ground do not like the lady Chasey, right? They like Dennis, right? They rather Dennis to be the leader of the PNM, the leader of the PNM, the leader of the PNM council, right? But over there is PNM council. They call them the party group over there is PNM council, right? So the leader of the PNM council, right? So it is a fight because this young boy called Fari, Tobago love him. They have a question mark over Wasn't Joe. Same way, they have a question mark over Chasey, right? So that is why these two young boys, these political parties are using these two young boys and pushing them in front, right? Because they know that the people of Tobago, because these two young boys, them come from grassroots, they know, because Fari was in a school uniform and he was talking in a meeting with the good man called over London, Manning great friend over London. A good man, you know, very good man. They couldn't beat you at all. No time they can beat you. Think they can beat you. You know who bring down Manning? A certain leader in this country with the opposition. Who bring down Manning, who come out and break the ranks. And he say, if we break the ranks, we will kill you politically. That's what he say, right? And who come out and break the ranks. And once you're dirty, it is in the public, because them dream was always from Tobago to the Whitehall, right? But I'm going there.
But Kingsley, you're getting good, you know. You shift that statement there quick, but you went from one to the next, but you jump from Tobago and you come back to Trinidad with Manning and the man who bring down Manning, boy. Because I want to know, Kingsley, this is what we want to know, right? And somebody also says, Kingsley, this is questions from in the chat, right? Somebody said, Kingsley, why you left the PNM, especially Marley McDonald's side?
Okay. I'll give only a little piece of insight or something. And for those who are still here. I had met a activist to wave a jersey and get a chubby and get a roti and go back eat. I play a major role. I'm a voice in the ground. I go and tell the MPs and what the ground saying, what the ground need, what the ground want. What is that? Because every MP who have a grassroots person around them, every MP, every prime minister who has somebody around them with a grassroots. Because after you have all these high-profile advisor, you must have somebody who living in the community coming to your office. And Marlene, and at that time, that was Manning time. Manning used to understand that. So everybody at that time under Manning, Donna Cox, everybody used to have activists around them. People who are grassroots, people to say, hey, look this road here, look this road here. You know what I mean? And they say that it's done, right? So I'll say this. I'm a person that's talk and I fight for what I want. And I believe what I believe what I want I will get. Right? I don't want what you have because I will never have what you have, and you will never have what I have. And I can tell you that. I don't want what you have. I don't want it. I don't want it. Right? So Kingsley will get, right? But remember that it's a whole community Kingsley living in. When Kingsley walk the streets, people say Kingsley, oh God, look right now, 5 street light in the area of my area where I live in, Boston South, right? For the last month, 5 street light in a danger area like this, a community where police running in, bad boys running in, right? And you can get shoot and killed. 5. So the street light ain't working, right? So I text the MP and I post a meeting with the MP very soon and Keith Scotland.
Who's the MP? Who's the MP for that area?
Keith Scotland.
Keith Scotland.
Okay. Now I have a question for you.
No problem.
Why it is that you guys are not publishing this on social media? What's taking place with your community? I don't see. I mean the videos, and you don't hear much from the people. I mean, a lot of people are suffering in your community. A lot of dilapidation has taken place over the years, but we don't see it in the public domain that much.
Okay. But now, which country are you from?
Which country I'm from?
Yeah,
Trinidad and Tobago, right where you are.
No, where you living now? In Trinidad and Tobago?
I'm not. I'm in the US with Anson.
Okay. First thing, this country here is a shithole country. I'm saying it. And who vexed that the business? Because why? 3 things we live by, and is a rules. Not together we aspire, not together we achieve. That is a miss. Everywhere live by. Race, religion, and politics.
Yeah, but what I'm saying to you,
if I come out of my comfort zone, I will be murdered from a political side. And if I come out from a comfort zone, I will murder from the next political side. So now you have to be cautious, because if you talk about the UNC as a black person, you're racist. If you talk about the PNM as an Indian person, you're racist. If you talk about Kamala as a black person, you do like Kamala because she's an Indian. If you talk about Rowdy, so our country, brother, the little 4 of us, Wall Street, I, that Christopher, and many others who want to come out from our community, heavy duty, Ghost, and Aisha Wells and all, but that make Jesus, I don't push your name in. But don't matter. Don't matter PNM.
That is partner in crime in Tobago. Don't matter
PNM. She really want to she now because she gone back home. Right? So you know what I mean? So brother, if we come out, we could be murder, we could be assassin, politically.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, so what you're saying is, if you publish what's going on there, they're going to destroy you.
Yes, because they will criticize it. They will say like handoff. They want things free because I'm a government in power. That is why is it? Because I'm the black man, because I'm the Indian. That's what they will say.
Yeah, I know what they say. Look, they said it to me too. They said it to me, right? Yeah, right. You criticize Dr. Rowley. It's because he's a black man, you're criticizing him, nothing else. But they didn't know I supported him at one point. But anyway, what I'm saying to you is, the dilapidation and the suffering is so extravagant in your community. If you guys come together, and take a stand, they can't hold all of you at the same time.
I want to say, sir, brother, the question very powerful and it's very constructive. Question what you asked me. It's very healthy for this debate.
Because this is what I do, you know. If right? They're not this is how I fought them, you know. I went on social media and put some licks on them.
Right, but again, I will say it again, right? If it's 5 of us in here want to do good, the majority want it so because the party.
Now I see. So the majority is against you.
Right, the party power can't talk So if everybody are the same head to know that, okay, look at right. For last election day, Scotland, when the Stephen for power were two, and others was walking in my community. Well, Wendell Stephen know me well, but he see me, because Wendell dropped me from Eliad Ground many times. He tell me, Kingsley, come Kingsley, going back at the van, but no Maxi, because they say, oh, Maxi is Indian driving. So election time 8 o'clock reach, no Maxi, you see me on the road. So from Eliad Ground, you see me are only PNM people walking down the highway, looking for job, looking for things, who come in the car. Thousands on that morning. Oh my gosh, thousands people there. You know what I mean? People partying and saying British is PNM, British is PNM, British is PNM, and we shall be failed. You know what I mean? And the symbol and the balize moving at that time. It was raising at that time. So I believe, so in 2015, after Jacona lost the election, and Jacona said, well, he resigned, right? I come publicly and I say I'm not a LP no more because I was supporting Jack Warner individual, and he lead the party, and Rika Ramjet cannot lead me, right? And I think that Dominic Roman was the deputy political leader at that time before he became the chairman of the party, and Dinan Francois and then was thing. Dinan Francois was to get the nod for the leadership, what they know politics play, right? Dinan Francois was to be the leader of the ILP after Jack Warner, but Rika Ramjet, yeah, right? So after Jack Warner leave, I went back. I realized, home is home. I went back home for 3 months, to support the PNM, and I was as a guest on Sean Felix program every Sunday morning from 6 to 2 for about a month and something. I was a guest on every. When I leave, a big boy, a certain person who own, okay, tell me I shall stay on that program and lick bottom, right? That person tell me what right? So there we go, right? I used to be on Sharon program every Sunday as a guest host, right? A special guest host every Sunday, right?
You get paid for that? You used to get paid, right? You used to get paid, right?
Ah,
you used to get paid, right?
Well, I'm a radio guest host. I working. I need money. I have to eat. I have to drive. I have to drink. See, I have one bottle water here.
You had to buy that.
Yes, I had a stomach, so I don't talk. I need to take a drink to get my breath. I have a stomach a lot, right?
Yeah.
So I need that money for my throat. So yeah, so I used to be a guest every Sunday on the PNM program, on Sharon program, right?
What was a PNM program?
Yes, Sharon program. Yes.
That was a PNM program.
Yes, Sharon Felix program. Yeah. Yes, it is a PNM program.
Wow, I didn't know that. Right? I didn't know that.
So I was there, and be taking nice, eating and drinking. Nice. I go in places, I in the circle as a black young boy, I was in the circle with Jack Warner. I see people come, I see high profile people come and see Jack Warner in office. I was right there, I open door for them, I sit down with them, we talk and whatever. So I see things and whatever. So I come home a day after a Sunday, and I lie down on my bed. And what come back to me was Manning. He come to me, and he say, you giving all the boys, you giving all the Chinese contract in this country, and ain't getting the African boys nothing in Carnage, in Bitam, in Silat, right? So the morning now, I wake up.
Who you telling that to?
Me, Manning telling me that. Right? In my dream, in my vision. I don't say dream, I see vision, because I'll be talking in my dream now. I have no dreaming, right? I say I have no dreaming. So it'll be vision now. And he come and say, right? Because that's what Rowdy, and tell him, right? Rowdy, tell him that when Rowdy crossed the floor, when he fire Rowdy, and Rowdy was in the back bench, and the She was tonguing Rowdy Kamala and they was saying, go Rowdy, go Rowdy, go Rowdy. And Rowdy was saying, go Kamala, go Kamala, go Kamala, go Kamala, go Kamala. So both Rowdy and Kamala was together working at that time, right? On the opposition side. Go to murder Manning politically, to work Obia on Manning politically. Listen to me. So the morning now, I went on I-95.5 on an SPNM program on John and John, right? And I call in, but John and John, at that time, they know I was a PNM. So they said, leave me, never speak. And I call in, and I say, oh God, Dr. Rowley, oh God, what about the boys of them in Carnage? Oh my gosh, what about the boys of them in Diego Martin? Oh my God, what about the boys of them in Enterprise? Oh my God, Dr. Rowley. Sharon head me don't speak. I speak for about 5 minutes on the radio. And I'm crying. And I'm saying, Rowdy, why do we that? Why sell you out? Earlier, before 2016, I said, Dr. Rowdy, why do we that? Why sell we out? You understand me? I said, Dr. Rowdy, what about the boss? Because, right? So Sharon called me after the program. I called in and she cussed me. Say, your mother so and so, you effing this and you effing that. And she hang up she phone. I don't know any salt in my food. With Marlene, everybody salt in my food because partner, I used to keep trust party in my community, right? And I used to go around and ask councillors, mayors, and MPs, right? I used to give 200 children. That's factual. I have all pictures on them. 200 children. And each child not going home without a toy. Each child, and I ain't picking to say, look at toy day, or look at toy day, and not doing that. Snacks, and snacks on the table for children. Take how much snacks they want. By, you know who should help me? Timky at the mayor, leasing. These people, them, I could have walked in that office, in the mayor office, and say, hey, Lavante, the problem. Timky bill by itself. Timky help with the corporation. Timky help people build over their house when the roof get low. Timky walk in Lavantil, leasing, walk in Lavantil. The mayor today, the 1%, in both friend, in both campaign manager, in both boy who should work in the office, the mayor Martinez, right? Who Rowdy can't move, and Rowdy had to tell him if he's a foolish to move Mandela grass to pay long fee grass. And I tell you this long, that was a racist attack on the African community. That was a racist attack to go and pay high these expensive grass for white boys and white girls to go and pay hockey and that was a racist move because we just go there and pay football and cricket every Saturday and every weekend, right? So it's simple, brother. Today that the PNM, to me, lost, they were a lot on the ground. Today the PNM more up in the air. And under Eric Williams, the father of the nation, and Patrick Manning, the uncle, because Chambers, why I wouldn't give and Chambers a name, he served one term as a prime minister, right? We know that our first father nation served many terms. We know Manning, I think Manning served about 3 terms or 2 terms, right? Manning wasn't a one-term prime minister. Also, he hold the opposition leader fast as spot to say he was a long time politician. He served very long, right? So he have his history. Napa, Sapa, Moss, Custard, let's name it. Manning developed the country the same way that they go say Tamala Hospital, cycling, swimming, roads, Bogjane. They could name these people, them equipments, they could name and say, hey, they do this, they do that, right? Tell me how much school Dr. Roddy built the last 6 years, they can't point it out. You could say the school we finish or repair. How much school you start from scratch? How much he built police stations from scratch? And say he always wanted a police station in Carnage. Or he always wanted a police station in Carnage. And these same police went to harass these young African men who lost and who want help and who want hope and who want Dr. Roy to come down in the community and talk to them. Look at him as a father figure, right? So, my brother, my sister, can ask anything again. But I will talk about it.
Yeah, Kingsley, someone asked a question. Okay, I gotta find that question. It basically, someone asked a question about, I'm a paraphrase here. What has PNM, what? Anselm asked him what about people fell tutu at Marlene McDonald office. What caused it? You know about that, Kingsley?
No, it wasn't as McDonald office. It was as Tasha Young office. Second information. It was about Tasha Young office was the counselor at that time under Marlene McDonald, right? It wasn't Marlene office. And listen to me. Believe me. There's people in the party was behind that, right? But it was that the counselor at that time was giving her police husband contract, right? There's videos and things on social media, on YouTube about that. And you will see me in the front line in that video, right? So I know about this thing because I tell you I was a part of Marlene campaign train. I was the handbag man. Because when Marlene in the front seat and I in the front seat too, right? When Marlene come in the office, she took call me and tell me, I come in now, I come down there. I used to control the crowd now. You come down, cost Marlene, I cost back for Marlene. You come down, cost Marlene, you mad, you cost me too. You come to boss Marlene head, I boss my head too. That kind of supporter I is. And that's why when I hold Jack Warner, when the media from America, Australia, Canada, Switzerland come down here and was up in Jack Warner's face, and I said, no comments, and I drag him and I hug him up and I push him in because Jack Warner was frustrated, right? Frustrated because he did not come out of jail, lock up, and Jack Warner went to parliament. I was by the jail for a whole night and I sleep there saying, let go Jack Warner, right? I was saying, let go Jack Warner by jail. We carry me and my good friend, Jack Warner driver, because I was a part of the team, right? We carry Jack Warner in the police station, in the headquarters, right? Me, Lawrence, the driver, I want Jack Warner, bodyguard, and I, right? We carry Jack Warner there, right? And we waiting for him outside 4 weeks with no. Miss Pat was there too, Auntie Pat was there, and we was waiting for him outside. But 5 of us, loyal soldiers, dead heart soldiers. And when we hear Jack Warner in come back outside, everybody, tears come on the eye. Tears, everybody started crying. The driver, the security guard, me, tears started come on the eye. And we run by the magistrate court. We run there and we break down in tears because we see, because we was going to Jack Warner because after meeting and thing, Kingsley ain't going home, chubby, and I think we're going to line in private house and discuss, you know what I mean? And I discuss, we're going to line in private. Jack Warner used to hire a whole restaurant for his supporters, his strong soldiers, because they're activists and supporters, but they're different metal. But people, we don't understand, right? When anybody going home, I know I got text, we go in so. And when we reach it, big houses, big finances, big houses, big business place. And we eating and we drinking and only big boys coming in, big boys going up, and they're talking and talk. People don't know. And let's talk about they want to talk, right? I know. I sit down with Jack Warner. I sit down with Kamala Prasad. It's just a personal, not once, not twice. I sit down with Manny McDonald and I also sit down with Rowdy as when he was opposition, because I walk side by side. I have a picture with many newspapers with Dr. Rowdy, with Roger, MSJ, saying Jack Warner had to go at that time. Anil Ramlogan had to go. Kamala had to go section 34 email gate. I was there. I play a part in that. You understand? I play a part in that, so people don't know. So I I come from a PNM, right? Party, right? And I know once supporting a political leader, you have to support the people. They come back, I must say it's a kind of blind supporter. There's a kind of blind supporting the leader. Because if someone else come the leader now, they forget about Rowdy and they support a leader and tell they die. Because that's how it is in the both political parties. Because the UNC have it too. Right?
Who you supporting in Tobago? Kingsley, so who you supporting in Tobago? Who you supporting in Tobago?
I have no horse. I have no horse in that race in Tobago. I never
wait, Kingsley, how you gonna be growing up on line with Aisha and walking around with Aisha and you have no horse? What kind of thing is that, man? You give me a 6 for 9 there, man.
I never leave the UNC. I have no horse. In the Tobago. And I never went with Aisha West. Aisha West went with PNM people. I went with good Samaritan.
And you meet you up there?
No, we didn't meet. I didn't want to meet her because I didn't want to, because pictures will take out.
But somebody said you was on the program praising PNM and UNC and talking about all kind of things, but PNM, all kind of things. Who said that? Somebody saying that in the chat here, man.
Okay,
Kingsley was on ICHEP program. Yeah, it is. Kingsley, you're on ICHEP program praising the PNM and back talking the UNC. That's what they're saying here.
Again, that person is a UNC. That person is not a PNM. Believe it. You see me? Again, so it says for that person, right?
Huh?
I said again, Kingsley never leave the UNC. The UNC leave Kingsley. So Kingsley free to cuss the UNC and call out the UNC. Kingsley not tied and born to no political party at this time. In due time, Kingsley will say who I am supporting. Either in government or in opposition or whatever. I will say who I supporting because I leave a party in power here. I leave Rowdy, so I could walk away from anything. Because up and now, for all the work I do, who all get millions of Jacona, I need my millions too, but I never get millions. And I never get a Range Rover, I never get a house, I never get a scholarship. And when Jacona, they did need them the most, when they get locked up, when they need all of them, who you give van and the Vado and big Jeep and scholarship and this and make them come and get them position and whatever. All of them abandon him, and the poor boy, the poor African blood from Lavantil, stand up with Austin Jacona and tell the last day he resigned and I said no more. So I am free to go on a program, and if the UNC do something, because I am not a frontline soldier again in the UNC. So if the UNC do something wrong, because if it's a footballer, right, it's a Manchester fan and an Arsenal fan or a Man City fan, you will now see Cristiano Ronaldo for a man, and you will say no, because he is a fan. That is your party, that is a club, right? That is a club, right? A man bunks Cristiano Ronaldo, they will cost the empire, the referee, because why? You support that football team religiously, like every Sunday you go England in Stamford Bridge, you know what I mean? And watch football. Your children go up at Chelsea. Your children go up at Man U, at Barcelona, right?
2 minutes to the hour.
Huh?
Yeah, Kingsley, just hold it right there, right? We got to go for a quick station identification. Hold that thought. Of course, we have with us political activists. I call him a political activist, Kingsley, with us, and he's talking to us and giving us some in-depth information, regarding both sides of the coin. So let's go for a quick station identification. It's in the village to the DAG Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. Of course, we come to you every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 9 p.m. and we have Kingsley. Kingsley, stick and stay. Don't go away. We'll be right back after this short message.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
And of course, we are back with you. It's In the Village with the DAG Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, and we have with us in the village tonight no other than political activists, out of my hometown, Lavantil, Kingsley.
And watch it,
Yeah.
my brother and sister there. Let me answer this, eh?
Mm.
Ronan Senan was in Moruga Tableland, right?
Yeah.
There, right? Moruga Tableland is more full up of African, right?
Mm-hmm.
And at the political arena, it more lean to the PNM more than it lean to the UNC. Yes, it gives the UNC chance, but it's a more, to me, it's a more PNM based, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what that woman should have asked Ronan Senan is how he gets so big in the PNM. Who is he to be so big in the PNM? To be the minister of works, who in that big position after all these people work. The question the people should be asking Stuart Young. How you get so big? Just so, right? How you get so big? Just so. How you the man of everything? How you calling shots? Just so. And Fisher Hands can call a shot. A Kermit can call a shot. All these Africans in PNM can call a shot. Why there's no African wife getting contract? Why is only Colin Inbert wife getting contract? Why is only Inbert wife getting contract? Why do only Stuart Young brother and father and family, right, getting thing in this country? So in the Africans, in the MPs, in the Africans, do I know them wife in an firm? But I did hear Watson Duke say Dr. Roddy wife have contract in Wassa. That was Watson Duke words. That wasn't my words. It was Watson Duke words say that Dr. Roddy wife have contract in some kind of, she owns some kind of law firm, right? So why? So now,
is that alleged, Kingsley, or is that true? Is that alleged? Is that alleged, or is that true?
But that is what Watson Duke say on a live, and I tape it and I download it. I download it and I tape it. And I went and asked that kind of question on the radio already. Watson Duke said that Dr. Roddy White was a contract because when Dr. Roddy was exposing how much money Watson Duke getting, and Watson Duke come out, there was a paper, and I read it all, who get contract. Because Watson Duke is the president of WASA, so he get information, and right, so that all goes. So that was, right? So I ask the question again. Camille husband to have a construction firm. We see, we get to watch the Brandon Stadium. Who wife? Who family?
But Kingsley, let me ask you a question, right? Isn't that happening on both sides of the coin, man? People in the PNM, their family get big contract, and when the other parties in power, people in their family get big contract. Isn't that part of the system? And before you go, let me say hello. Tommy Mohammed, good night to you. Thank you for joining us. But isn't that part of the system? Isn't the system built that way? It's a problem with the system.
No, I will say it different because here why, right? Remember, if the UNC have 10 people as MP, you have one African, right? As an MP, right? One, right? And the rest will be East Indian, right? So it come back, they go, always have the kind, right? But and the family might, okay, I can't name one family, I don't know if you could name it, that under the last government that some family get, right? I can name contractors who they say close to certain MPs, right? In the last partnership government, right? But I can't name no family to say Dr. Mulilal brother and Dr. Mulilal brother have one set of gravel and something. I can't say, you know what I mean? Ford and Dr. Ford Khan, brother or sister get. I cannot say it. I cannot think about nobody at this time or say it, man. But I could say that Stuart Young. I could say that Faris. I could say that Inbert. You hear what I mean? And Ronan Senan because every time they have to do a land, that is he land. Every time the government has to build a road in this country today, is he land. He family one day, he inherit it, right? Anytime the militia works, his ministry have to build something or do something, is he land. So I could point out fingers, right? What I could say on the other side, we just hear that contractors that's be overrunning and taking plenty money. But I will tell you this, right? We have our old saying in the PNM or in my community here. We don't trust the UNC, because when the UNC in power, the thief brave, the thief bold, and the thief big. But when the PNM in power, they hide and thief. You don't see them thieving. They clear track. But when the UNC in power, the thief brave. That's why many of them get fired. When they just go in and just grab, get this, get up, and they just see it, right? But in the PM now, they say that with the PM, so that's why now they say, okay, we judge them now on the lesser evil. PM, because both of us thief, both of us take, as you say, right? But it is somewhat different because at time they say Jack Warner's son benefit from some contract. Right?
Yeah. Some big construction contract. Something was coming into to Trinidad and Tobago. That's something to do with
Jack Warner's son. And also they say the GoPos who the ladies stay by.
Yeah.
I'm also benefit.
But Kingsley, didn't you call she the mother of the nation? She's still the mother of the nation as far as you are concerned?
She are the mother of the nation. I can't take that from she.
Okay. But why then the UNC wants to take away the father of the nation from Dr. Ed Williams?
Because it's race and politics. But I can't take it. And straight out, I can't take away. Because I can't admit Ed Williams wasn't a black man. Of course not. Wasn't a black man that me and you worship. But he did understand the African community. That's why our ancestors at that time fought to him, love him, right? Because he did understand that he paid special attention to the whole country, but he paid a more closer look at the African community. That's why our parents like him forever, right? But so I cannot take away because I name her, me and God Christopher, name her the mother of the nation. Because a woman sit down one day in a chair and believe it, Kamala plenty money. The one day.
How you know that, Kingsley? Kingsley, how you know that? How you know she have plenty money?
Or she have a salary. She getting, but she paid about 100,000 a month. She getting. Check she pay on them. Check up for all these years on them. Opposition minister, prime minister.
Nah, opposition minister don't make no. Opposition leader don't make 100,000 a year.
No. She getting paid for the opposition leader. She getting paid for political leader. She getting paid.
All right. So Kingsley, somebody else said.
Listen, you could build a top on your house. You could get that. You can build a house too. So I was saying, right? So the lady one day sit down in the chair home.
But Kingsley, wait a minute. So I don't want to go past it. Somebody says if you have any evidence of your accusations.
With what?
So the person who asked the question, you have evidence of your accusation. Kingsley wants to know with what? Because they're saying it here. So I'm asking Kingsley. So you know somebody else says, Kingsley, you need to stay on one point and stop jumping. Follow Anselm part and be a diet to your party. So did I say Kingsley? Did I say I'm a diet PNM? Eh?
Yeah.
And I've been PNM all my life.
You are. You are a PNM until you're dead.
No. You never hear me say that. You ever hear me go on say that?
No.
You ever hear me say that on radio?
No, I never hear that, but I tell you that. You're a PNM until
Nah.
I tell you that.
You don't have no evidence of that. The only evidence you can have is based if I go on radio and I say to them, I have people call you to radio and say I have PNM till I'm dead.
Okay. You will go cost PNM. They will say the worst about PNM. I say you will cost PNM. Say the worst about PNM. But wait time to vote and campaign. They come and solve stuff easy.
How you know that, Kingsley? How you know that?
They got problems and they will talk out because in that way they will talk out. But when it's time to campaign and mobilize the tube, you believe that people can run for 40, 50 years. You don't see them, but you know, it's me. I leave. I leave. You know what I mean? You, okay, Harvey Boris have problems with PNM. It's what that. Harvey Boris have problems with PNM, right? And Harvey Boris ain't leaving at all. He will take licks and talk. He interprets a talk. With a Norway, Richard Norway, have problems on power 1 and 2. Have problems with PNM, but he ain't leaving. Mario Brown have problems with PNM. He leaving. Colonel Enel, he leave at all. He got a job there. He got a job, so he don't he leaving at all. Colonel Enel and all, right? So and many others, right? Even some Beckers and all, Sister Beckers and all, they never have problem with PNM, but they leave him, right? You understand me? So you watch it, you fit in that with all these MPs and them. You leave it. You go cost the PNM. You go cost your leader, and they're right. You know what I mean? They're right because they want the party strong, and they want the best thing for the country, and for the party, and for the supporters, and people who activists, frontline activists. Because listen to me, right? They say, Kingsley, what you bring to the table that you have to get something. I said, listen to me. Oil never walk from a door to door and get costs. People throw piss on you. People run you. People have to beg people come out and insult you about their mother and their sister. All the financiers do is give chairs, they give money, to give me and all, who knows, right? But that's all they do, and when they come in power, they benefit in a large sum, right? And I'm saying this, right? I don't have a problem if financiers get in, because they give out the labor and they deserve. So you see, if I give up my labor, right? I give up my labor, right? Because me supporting a party because I love the black man, you know, or I love the Indian, you know. Under that they call me small Monica, you still have to show me that what is your policy, what is your vision, what do you want to do for the youth, what do you want to do for the elderly, what do you want to do for education, what do you want to do for health, works. I mean, local government. You must also show me and tell me that, right? So because money is not all, and money is not the root of all evil. It is not the root of all evil. Woman is, but it is just simple, right? Simple as this, right? To say that we as activists, who, because some people don't want nothing, because some people vote on because Dr. Roddy built a school. I mean, Equipment built a school 5 years ago. Some people vote because Kamala give children laptop. Some people vote because I get a police station, I get a community center, I get a Wassa walk, I get a thing from this party. That's how some people vote in the country, right? So I kind of say, well, okay, I want this and I want that, but any day, because remember, any government power have to see about your country, and I'm still waiting for that nasty texter to test back and say if I have the evidence, you know. Don't come around Kingsley, you know. Kingsley don't come here, you know. When Kingsley come on a program, he don't come here to make no allegation, to scandal and lie by nobody's name. You know what I mean? I ask questions, and sometimes before I ask the questions, I have to say it before I ask the question. Okay? So you text back texter, you nasty texter, and say what allegation Kingsley got. Everything Kingsley say here tonight, Kingsley could say it anyway, in court, out of court. And if anybody want to sue me, I'm going to court naked. I have no money. Carry me in my house one time. Put me in my house one time. I go to court naked. But now, yeah.
So Kingsley, let me say this, man. this is the first time that we have had. Well, we have had a few other activists,
Yeah.
but we want to close with this, Kingsley. It appears that you say you didn't leave the UNC, the UNC left you,
Yeah.
right? But people are now kind of skeptical, knowing that you're in Tobago and there's no UNC in Tobago, right? So if you're going to Tobago, you have to go to Tobago to campaign for either the PDP or the PNM, or maybe you're campaigning for Dr. Soyofat party, the IDA, right? You just can't be going to Tobago. Use Kingsley, the activist. You just going to Tobago just for a vacation. You understand?
Watch it. We speaking for our no, right?
Yeah.
And in the hour for 45 minutes, he asked me about Tobago. Something if you want to know.
No,
45 minutes.
What telling the people in the chat want to know if you're a PNM, you're going to be able to support. You have to go to support some party.
No, I did not went. I went and I independent person. I tell you, oh gosh, boy. I tell you, oh gosh. Somebody understand me now, please now. Let's understand.
Yeah, I understand. You went out to check out the scene. You went out to check out the scene.
No. Those are Kingsley. You're making that. Those are Kingsley. You're talking good and powerful. So Kingsley, I understand you what you say, right? I'm saying this, right? I never leave UNC. I'm a UNC, right?
All right. Okay.
UNC leave me, right? So
right.
It come back you in a relationship, right? Because I fall in love with Kamala Prasad, Mrs. politically, and I get to love the UNC party because 6 years, right? I get to love the political party because same way when Kamala walk, Kingsley walk, after the thing we go on, you know what I mean? We go in houses too. So you know what I mean? So I fall in love with that good lady. But Jacqueline says she's nice, but she's deceiving them. Jacqueline says that. Jacqueline says she's nice, she's like a spy. And believe it. Personally, Kamala never show me race. One day, Kamala I was walking in after with my one I live in a big house, big mansion in South. And she coming in her entourage, she took Jeep, she took Prado. And she come out the Prado. And she come at me, she said, Kingsley, this is not about race, you know. This is about feeding hungry belly. She said that she said, Kingsley, that she come to me. I know. Just because she said, Kingsley, this is not about race, you know. It's about feeding hungry belly. And as I was saying, that the lady see a woman in a grocery tiffin milk, right? Kamala Prasad, Mrs. could have called that lady personal and say, hey, look at 500, look at 1,000. But when she see that woman tiffin milk, Kamala Prasad, Mrs. oh, she belly. She said, no woman in this country must thief milk for the children. Every woman make a try. I go put a policy. I go find money and I'll give them a baby grant. I'll be going to have 500 to buy milk. That is our mother. That is our mother. I who understand. But she find the money wherever she find the money. I don't care. But helping poor people, saying that it moved me. It might move you because you on the other side, right? And I was on the other side when she do it, and the only so I see what value that was when she do is when I leave the PNM. I said, but no, that was because there's mothers going in groceries today. I never say, don't tell me about why they make 5 children. If you want to say why they make 5 children, you go ahead. I am not saying that. That's for all you to say. I am not saying that. I am not saying that. So don't think. When you could say that the woman who make 5 children, you want one hand off, or you go ahead. I am not saying that. But I don't know where that person background. I do not know where that person going through. So when you could say that. When
so Kingsley. So Kingsley, you know, we wanna close the interview, and what we want to say to you, my brother, that, you know, we appreciate you being very upfront and honest with us, you know. And when people come into the village, that's how we just do it here. We just do it a little different, right? We have people in here who are pro PNM. We have people who are pro UNC. We have people who are anti PNM, and we have people who are anti UNC. If you know how much cost I just gain in this thing here for doing a PNM, plenty cost, you know.
I'm not tied down to no
Cost, you
political
know.
party. I am not tied down to no political party. I 10 years I experienced in this game. If I see a political party in power, looking what party I supported doing wrong and in helping the people, I'm gonna speak out. I don't care what they're giving me. I don't care what I have to benefit about it. Because don't help me. Don't help me alone. God never make me so. Because God bless me. Everything somebody give me in life is God send them to give me. And I thank God. I don't ever thank somebody who give me something. I might say thanks, but I mean it. But I will say thanks to God. And God will bless the person who gave me. Father God, thank you so much powerful that you send Watch It to help me. And God will bless you, Watch It. So I don't praise you because you give me something. I mean, God send you. God said that God sent to help me because God know I'm a good Samaritan. So I really go on my knees because you give me $1 after be loyalty to you. I am loyalty to my God, that man or woman. But watch it before you go. You ain't tell them that me and you used to fight on radio for the ILP and the and UNC. They tell them you fight. Tell them me to fight. You should go on the sunshine program and get trouble.
Yeah, Kingsley, at the end of the day, you from Laventel, I from Laventel. You understand? And that's the way I look at it. At the end of the day, man, I will fight with you. But I know from whence you come. And I experienced that. So if we fight because of party, but we don't fight because of, you know, the understanding of the depths that we come from. You see, that's more important to me more than anything else.
Well, watch it before I go. I want to thank the sister. The sister name is there. Watch it.
Diana.
Huh?
Diana.
I want to thank Sister Diana very so much for giving me the opportunity.
Gary.
And Gary's a familiar name. I want to also thank the brother Gary for also inviting me and watching.
And Tommy as well.
Tommy, I want to also thank you. And I also, before you watch it, I will also want to thank the viewership who viewing in, and I hope that when you share this video or this YouTube after to your friends, to politicians, to far, you know what I mean? Because we speak a lot, you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, sometimes the little small message is there, but it's just for you to understand that the message there. You know what I mean? None of you is perfect. Human being fall short to the glory. Human being fall short to the glory. Show me a perfect man. He should show me and Jesus Christ. And Jesus Christ get vexed along the way because you see what people doing. He get mad. He break the chair. He let down table. You say, oh gosh, you see me doing things and that what you still doing. You see me working miracles. You know your face. And see me how Moses. They see Moses do God work in the eye. They see Moses do God work. And all Moses say, I'm coming now. I'm going to say our prayers. When Moses come back down, is lesbian, but man, they do that. It's all kind of thing they do it on the gambling, the smoking, the drinking, wherever. I mean, I now take all from poverty and pain because of God. So watch it, and that goes again. I want to say thank you very much for giving me that opportunity once again. It's nothing new. It's nothing new to me to be on radio, TV, or on live. This is something what I love.
It's internet.
Internet live.
Is internet live?
Because
he's good. So Kingsley, before you go, right? We always ask our guests, if you had to send a message to the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley, what would be your message to the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago?
Well, watch it again. I want to thank two persons before I leave. Two deceased. I call one first already. I was three. The King of Talk, the Gladiator. I want to thank Shabazz. Because Brother Shabazz from Laventel sent to call me personal. And when Brother Shabazz talked to me, he said, and cry. Because at that time, I was leading over 300 youths from the East-West corridor. I was going around with Jack Warner as the Minister of National Security, talking on platform, Nelson Street, and that went 31 days. We did not crime for in Lavington. I went in Nelson Street, Mangaroos, Simple Street, Beverly's, Blockade, Sealot, John, and I was one of the feature speakers. Jack Warner used to call me from the office before he leave the Ministry of Office. I said, Kingsley, we're going up now. Meet me there, and that is factually. So I want to thank Brother Shabazz who gone and give me some wisdom. And also, I want to thank Brother Chubby, also sent for me, Chubby, for business, who has cried a lot too. And these people tell me certain things. They say, Kingsley, I see the spirit in you. And these people are powerful activists, powerful black men. And these people give me the blessings. That's why I stand strong here today. So, what I will tell the Prime Minister, I will say to help the whole country. Help everybody wants to have an ID card in this country, but you must pay a special attention to the young, not the old, because you have the old. The old is paying them until they die. Pay a special attention to the young African youths. They need it now and ever. They need a political leader because they know you. When you're on the block, they talk about you. When they're in the community, they know that the Dr. Rowley is the Prime Minister. They discuss you. And you must, as how people look at you. And as I said, I do not want Dr. Rowley to only help African people. I will be racist if I say that. I am not saying that. I am saying that the African community at this time, we need special attention. And Kingsley can't do it because Kingsley is not no millionaire. Kingsley can't do it because Kingsley is not in no position to do it. Kamala Prasad be said Dr. Rowley one day in Parliament. Because Dr. Rowley get up and say, when I was in opposition, I want this and I want this, and I didn't give it. You know what Kamala say? She kept on saying, well, you in power now. Help people. I have it on tape. Kamala Prasad get up and say, you in power now. Help your people. Because you know why? If she was there, she helped the whole country. Because every children get laptop. Every human being get back pay. Every human being get a box jail. But Kamala Prasad Bisesa put a special attention to the East Indian community. All who couldn't read, she put them in the corporation to push a broom. All who could read, she make a spot for them to go in the ministry thing. So all who can read, she said, okay, look at broom, go and shoot the road in the morning time. A stable job, not a URP and CPEP, right? That she opened Colony Orange. Many youths after that program end up in HDC working. She will also have a WASA program going on. Many youths end up in WASA under that policy. I know what policy. She used to have a next policy that every Christmas time, she go in the Bitum, she go Duncan Street, and she have a cleanup campaign. She have playing the community to clean up the old fridge and all that out of the community. So I know that what I think, right? So again, I will tell Dr. Rowley, pay a special attention to your people. Do not forget the whole country, everybody but your people today. Because today, the Venezuelans in this country is third. The Chinese is first. Believe it or not, the 1% is second. Sorry, the Indian third, the African fourth. No, the Venezuelan fourth, the African fifth. We is below the other. Because the Venezuelans now come now and they setting up the little Jiwa, pork and Jiwa, they cutting and they take thing with the cutting, they open the space, they selling doubles. So and some of them come with plenty money because they couldn't spend the money over there. Many of them come with plenty money in this country, US, because they have nothing over there. So again, Dr. Rowley, please, I call on you once again. I know that some people will be vexed with me tonight on the both political side. but Kingsley will be Kingsley. Kingsley is a rebel as he is. Kingsley will tell Dr. Roddy how it is. He will tell Chakwana how it is, and he will tell Kamala how it is. It's like this, that me and band bound to nobody. I am loyalty when I have to be loyalty, but when I see pain and poverty to my country, I'm going to speak out no matter what. I love TNT and watch it. I don't have a passport, you know. I in my mid-30s, right? And I don't have a passport because I believe that I don't want to leave here because I want to build here. Yes, I want to see, because I want to go and see the world. I want to go on vacation and see America, see England, see London. But I don't want to leave here because Trinidad and Tobago is the most sweetest. Look, hurricane right now.
But Kingsley,
right?
Kingsley, you know, I like it too bad, you know. I ask you about a message to the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. Better than ask you for a message to Mrs. Kamala Persad-Bissessar. You know?
I love you. And thanks a lot.
Yeah, you give me a message to Miss Kamala Persad-Bissessar. I used to have a title thing. A message to the Prime Minister.
But that message to Dr. Roddy is to let the African youths below the ladder and pay more special attention to the African youths. And thank you very much.
So thank you too bad, Kingsley. We really appreciate you, man.
How I get in back? This will be on YouTube.
YouTube, I will send you the link and everything.
Yeah, because people going to want it.
Yeah, no problem. I will send it to you.
WhatsApp, so send them on WhatsApp, so it'll be easy. Because if I'm on WhatsApp,
yeah.
They are sending on the show. Okay.
All right, man. Thanks a lot, Kingsley.
Everybody. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, brother.
Okay.
Very well. Excellent job. Thank you very much.
Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah. So all really chat, all you see, the man always telling me for all kind of thing. Vonnie Roberts always wicked, you know, but he said Kingsley Billy largest house in Lavantil. Oh, you know that? All you want to take pictures of the house. Gary,
did you ever see Marsha in the background? No?
Gary, we had Marsha in the background. Eh? We had two people in the background. We had Adrian in the background, Diana, and we also had Marsha. And Adrian said he had us to leave at 9:30. So we finished at exactly 9:30. And Marsha was there, but I think Marsha left too as well.
Okay, so we'll bring her back next time then.
Vonnie Roberts said, go to have a headache. Oh, no, what headache? You know, all your Kingsley dancing on the maypole. yeah, boy, Kingsley. And some go sort you out. Peace, man.
But listen, the man clarifies some things. The man brings some information that
the man talk some. Let me bring back in Diana. The man bring some information here, Diana. You're back inside. I
think they hacked my phone. My phone went into safe mode just so.
Yeah. I feel it run do it.
Yeah.
I fell off. I don't know why, but I fell off also.
Yeah.
Always one friend on Facebook.
I ain't know. My phone went into safe mode, and I couldn't get it back into regular. I kept turning it off. Somebody hacked me.
Listen to what Vonnie Roberts say. All easy, you know. Kingsley being the largest house in Lavantil. He has Vonnie's working. This is what Aisha said on her show.
Oh Lord.
All what Kingsley told earlier, boy. Kingsley said, I asked Kingsley, send a message to the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. He did a good job there. He moved from Dr. Rowley Boy over to Kamala Persad-Bissessar, you know. But the man said he's still at UNC.
Well, the man said? I think he gave the message, but he included Kamala because Kamala, what he brought there was Kamala took care of the people. He brought that forward, you know. He said Dr. Rowley is not doing that. You know, he drew a comparison. You know, so I mean, he clarified some things that needed to be clarified.
Hey, Vonnie, you're wicked, you know. Vonnie says Kingsley talked 90% of the show, but we still wondering what's he really saying for one thing to another. Nah, man.
And they keep somebody said they parrot stoops. The Keisha says she parrot stoops.
Oh, you're wicked enough.
So the man also said that they built a school up there that they won't utilize. You see what I'm saying? The school was built by the previous government, and this government would not utilize it. They prefer to send the children out of their community.
Wait. Oh Lord! They using the microchip in the vaccine to hack my phone. Oh Jesus, Lord!
Ray Stelt, welcome back, boy. We didn't see Ray Stelt in a while ago. Hey, wait now, isn't Ray Stelt was looking for 95.9 FM in Trinidad?
Yeah.
Is it Ray Stelt?
I tell him it's online.
Ray, I know what kind of fool. I don't know. Hey, Bonnie Roberts has something with Kingsley, man. He said Kingsley is a spin bowler.
I got it back. I got it back, fish stick. I got it back.
Yeah. Jack Warner, what Jack Warner needs to be locked up for? Jack Warner needs to be locked up and throw away the key.
Wasn't he involved in something allegedly with FIFA?
Listen to me. Like I said before,
something underhand with FIFA.
This came about. Jack Warner was fine until he voted against the guy and supported Ben Hamlin or whatever his name. Okay.
That's correct. That's correct, Gary.
Okay.
That's 100% correct.
Okay. So
that's full 100.
And what Jack Warner did, all those people in the football association here in America and in the sports world and in the bodybuilding world, he ain't do nothing indifferent. The only time Jack Warner did something wrong is when he supported Ben Hamlin for the president.
Well, I go and get Ronan Sinanan in an interview.
I sent you guys his number. I sent it before.
Yeah, Fish Stick say. Fish Stick say used to talk on Jack Warner platform. That's why I used to finish next morning.
So what Kingsley is saying is when you're hanging with Jack, everybody eating and drinking together. I experienced that. We all did. There was no discrimination. Everybody, when Jack said we go, everybody going in the restaurant. Everybody sit down and eating and everybody. Jack going in the city, sit down in the ground and
you hear what my name is, Anselm? Dinah.
Who called it that?
Kingsley. Dinah.
Oh, so okay.
Gina and Dinah, Rose and Lana. We are around the corner though.
Kingsley is a serious political activist, man. Seriously.
Yeah, but
listen
to what the guy saying, about what's taking place.
He's a serious political because he had points on the PNM, he had points on the UNC. I mean, and he's been in the belly of the beast, man. He's been in the belly of the beast, and I can't fault him because he come out of nothing, you know what I mean? And he have made something of himself. And
he's looking to make a difference. He's looking to make a difference, and he joined with some people that he thought could make a difference. And there was some, according to him, some things were done. Some things were done for them,
When Kingsley first started radio, Kingsley used to stomach quite a bit, and he has improved tremendously. So you can see that from his political activist activities, he have improved drastically. But let me take a quick listen to this from the march around the Savannah today. Let's take a quick listen.
I'm Barita Gopalchan, and we are at the Queen's Park Savannah right now where Mr. Omar Abdullah, the person behind this morning's anti-vax march, is being taken away by police officers.
This is what I vote for. Rowley, go. He coming for all you. Watch it.
Are you part of this march, sir?
No, I just walking around the Savannah to get some exercise because I get fat.
Thank you, sir. So as we were informing you, Mr. Omar Abdullah, the person behind this morning's anti-vax march, has been taken away by police. Now, as far as we understand, Mr. Abdullah did not get the necessary approvals to carry out this morning's march. He was initially warned by police officers. However, he continued indicating to the officers that it is his democratic right to express himself, and he continued along. However, approximately 4 minutes later, he was detained by police pending inquiries. I'm Babita Gopalchan. We'll have much more of this developing story for you coming up in our major newscast.
So there you have it, and I think
can we get some more people? Can we get some more people exercising around the Savannah?
That's right. That's what I say. In all my lives, I say, why you can't put on a shirt and go walk around in your city? What's going on there?
The man exercising. We need
that's right.
Exercising on the Savannah.
Thank you.
Okay.
They gonna take 10,000 people walking around the Savannah?
I just want them exercising around the Savannah.
Go and exercise around the Savannah. You need sunlight.
Oh, you know there's still a stranded national, right? There's a stranded
What
national.
started off as a relaxing mini vacation in Barbados has ended with a major headache for one family. The family who asked to remain anonymous tells CNC3 News they've been trying to return home since Monday.
We initially set about trying to return home on Monday 5:15 p.m. flight. But at that time, the site for the TT passport prerequisite forms were completely down. They were inaccessible. At brief moments, they would come up, but then it would crash again.
Without this, the family was unable to board its flight and was told by the authorities there to touch base with the Immigration Division in TNT.
We did get through to people in immigration, but no one there seemed to be willing, they did not feel that they had the authority even to make that call. So at the end of the day, we spent about 5 hours in the airport on Monday.
They say they feel trapped in a virtual loop.
So now where we were denied on Monday, where the site was down, and we were told to come back on Thursday, we did the second set of PCR tests, waited for the results, attempted to get on the site today. The sites have been glitching and so on again. And then we hope to be able to get flights when we get to Caribbean Airlines counter that did not oversold, because our information is that the flights were oversold by 20%.
CNC3 News understands other families in Barbados and Canada have also been experiencing problems to access the TT Travel Pass site. However, contacted for comment, Minister in the Office of the Prime Minister Stuart Young says as far as he's aware, there's been no issues with the website. Minister Young says, quote, "I just went onto the site myself and it is working. There is a help desk that anyone who may be experiencing difficulty can access, but the site is functioning," end quote. Caribbean Airlines also says it has not received any complaints from travellers about the issue. Bhavita Gopalchan, CNC3 News.
I thought they would have contact
Minister
the Minister of
Hines.
National Security.
Ethelbert Hines, yeah.
The people lying, boy. They're making it up. They're against PNM, so they're making it up.
Gary,
Right.
But
go ahead, Anna.
But didn't we predict that there was going to be problems with this system? And didn't we predict that they were going to meet the lackadaisical responses from the bodies inside the Ministry of National Security? We knew this was coming. And this is going to create what? More stranded nationals. You know what I'm saying? Here we go again.
I've had some experience with that site. A couple of weeks ago, I was helping my cousin who went back to Trinidad. And trying to do that TT Travel Pass, every time I got to the point where I uploaded his documents, I got shut down. Why? Because the requirement is 3 megabytes or less. And the upload was coming at 4 megabytes. So if you don't know what to do, how to reduce, how to reconfigure and reduce the size of the pictures of your documents, you're gonna be stuck like Chuck.
You see the difficulty they put our people in? You see the difficulty they put our people in?
To go to Trinidad. Go to Trinidad and you want to increase tourism? They're a bunch of 36s. That's what they are. A bunch of idiots. And you want to diversify your economy with tourists? I ain't coming there because I am not going through no headache at all to go nowhere. I want to buy my ticket, scan my passport, show my vaccine card, and go about my business. I'm not going through no and download this and upload this. No, I'm not doing it. And I suggest nobody do it. Don't go to Trinidad and Tobago. Shoot. Unless you absolutely have to. Don't go.
So listen to this, right? We have I don't even know if I should pull up this story now. We have a story about ivermectin in Trinidad and Tobago.
Oh,
let me just listen to this story. We ain't go comment, right? Hold on.
In recent COVID-19 discussions, you would have heard about this drug. If not, well, primarily it's a livestock anti-parasitic drug, meaning it's used as a dewormer and for parasites in animals like horses and cattle. But lately, people have been swearing by its use as a prophylactic or a drug that protects you against COVID-19, saying the drug inhibits the virus from binding using its spike protein, and if it cannot bind, then it cannot multiply. But it doesn't, at least as yet, have FDA or even WHO approval. So why are people using it? Just last week, our chief medical officer said,
"We made note of ivermectin as one of the drugs not to use for COVID-19.
And it's not just professionals here who are advising against its use.
What would you tell someone who is considering taking that drug?
Don't do it.
You see, a big problem is not enough clinical trials were done on actual human bodies. Therefore, its popularity is bewildering one virologist.
One thing I don't understand about people is that they say that how they don't have enough trials and they didn't have enough data with the vaccines when we had a lot. And now they're willing to take a risk on something where there's none or very little.
And from what's being said, it's quite a risk because while ivermectin can be used for humans and animals, people often use the veterinary grade. And if you take too much of it, it can lead to
liver failure, organ failure, all of those things can occur. And I mean, it has been occurring. We're seeing that around the world where people are using it.
Dr. Ramachan said ivermectin has only been tested in a few hundred people, and it will take a lot more than this anecdotal data to get approval. But right now, there's none really to be found at your local pharmacy. And that's due to two reasons. One being that most pharmacists have come together with a position to stop selling it to members of the public. And another one, according to the president of the pharmacy board, Andrew Rahman, is that it's illegal to import that drug for human use. So anyone who's getting their hands on it right now are doing so through illegal means or a parallel supply chain. Akash Samaru, CNC3 News.
That is just for news information. But in Cuba is going to vaccinate.
Cuba made history on Monday by becoming the first country in the world to vaccinate children from the age of 2 years old against COVID-19. They have been using Abdala and Soberana, homegrown vaccines which are not yet recognized by the World Health Organization. TTC News spoke with the Cuban ambassador, Tania Diego Olite, who confirmed that COVID shots are being administered to the little ones.
We began the vaccination in the population from 2 till 11 years. This, of course, this approval of the national authority of the emergency use of these vaccines in terms of the pediatric ages has previously approved a clinical trial since June.
Minors were conducted on Friday and vaccines for the problem.
The communist island of 11.2 million people aims to inoculate all its children before physically reopening schools that have been closed for the most part since March 2020. The new school year started on Monday, but from at home via television programs, as most Cuban homes do not have internet access. The Cuban ambassador says so far there have been no severe adverse reactions for the children.
It's a safe vaccine that there hasn't been registered any adverse effects, grave I mean. The only effects that they have registered in children, same as in other adults, is some cases a little pain in the side of where you put the jab, the arm. This normal situation.
Ambassador Diego Olite says Cuba has so far vaccinated 70% of their population and intends to open its borders on November 15th, when an even larger percent is expected to be fully inoculated.
So there you have it, boy. Cuba on the cusp, boy. Cuba on the cusp.
I going to Cuba.
You're going to Cuba.
I go to Cuba.
We have two feel-good story. This one is on the SEA.
So this is your son's results, sir?
Yes, this is the results of the SEA exam. John, what's your
Jesus is Lord. Jesus is Lord all the time. Hallelujah. There is none above it. Study and show yourself approved. Mommy had no doubt. Hallelujah. Jesus is Lord. Tell him thank you. Thank you, Jesus. We give you praise. Oh, Congratulations, Mommy knew you would have done it. You would have done it. Congratulations, puppy. You did it.
You do it. You'll exceed and
You'll exceed and you will excel. Hallelujah.
Hello. So tell us this morning, so was that your first choice, Naparima College?
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us how you feel this morning.
It's ecstatic, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, I just real happy.
So tell us about how was the process for you with the SEA though, and COVID and so on?
It was so boring. Having to sign on that stuff was very hard.
Right, with the online school and so on.
Yeah.
But he had an excellent teacher.
Yeah, love it.
Isn't that fantastic, man? We go get Adrian in here too on Saturday. So he can address. Yeah.
But what comes to mind is Jagasa, Mr. Jagasa, talking about something that I thought about for quite a while too, that the SCA and common entrance and that kind of thing for youths that age needs to be abandoned altogether.
Yeah, that'll come up with something better.
Yeah, because that's too much. It puts youths at that age in a state of too much anxiety, and it's nerve wracking. Not only that, but there has to be a better way to even the playing field, and singling out choice universities or high schools rather, choice high schools. To certain segment of the population and so on and so forth, because we have to face it. There is some corruption that takes place with that. I mean, I know about my life experience with common entrance. Something had to be wrong with that.
Yeah, and one other one. Did you guys hear about this guy who caught his wife cheating? And anyway, listen to the guy.
Okay, people. I want to let you know something. I'm not angry about the affair that my wife had with this man. I'm not angry. I'm hurt. I'm disappointed. But I'm a little bit happy. It's hard to say, but it's the truth. I'm a little bit happy because now I know what she really is. And I'm disappointed that it took me so long to see it. I eating, I drinking, I sleeping, and work start back to work, I'll get more money. The truth is, my eyes open. I didn't lose nothing, I lost something that I thought was valuable. But eventually I see the true meaning of it. I see the true value of it. And that's okay. That's okay. I'm alright.
So what happened here is that this guy caught his wife, actually caught his wife. He came home and he caught his wife, having an extra marital affair with another person. And he didn't do anything. He didn't shoot her. He didn't kill her. He didn't do anything. He took it much differently than other people take it.
But why would he shoot her? I mean, she had no right taking the man in the house that they shared together. But why would he have to shoot her? I mean, if you and somebody thing ain't going right, something wrong in that relationship, number one. So she went looking elsewhere.
But Diana, come on, man.
What do you mean, come on? Let me hear. Come on, I'm listening.
Oh, maybe you didn't get this part.
Something don't have to be wrong.
You could bring him out in the house. You could bring him out in the house.
Note what I said. She had no business doing it there because my grandmother always say, you don't eat where it is, and you don't where it is eat.
Yeah, you bring him out in the house. Take him out outside.
No, it's not. I agree.
It's all right. It's all right. Take him out outside.
I agree with her on that, but what you vex for?
Yeah, but the wrong thing. But Diana, a wrong thing is a wrong thing. It ain't no right way to do a wrong thing either, Anslim.
Yeah, no right to do the wrong thing. What one is that?
But
wait, no right way to do a wrong thing.
All leaders do the same thing too.
Who's all you?
Diana, speak for yourself, Diana.
Men
can't
does do the same thing too.
So Diana,
See,
women don't do that either. Women don't horn either.
Men does horn and women does horn. Big deal.
Okay, all
You
right,
know,
so
no,
it
wait.
goes on both sides. It's both
Wait,
sides of the coin.
no, wait. Why I don't understand, right? I don't understand. Why are you calling it horn? What's a horn? A horn is a musical instrument.
In Trinidad, we have patent certain sayings.
Right?
Oh,
We coined the word.
And horn is one of them.
What's a horn, baby?
When you press a horn, it's to get someone's attention. Listen, when you press a horn, it's to get someone's attention. When you're horning your wife or you're horning your husband, it's to get somebody's attention.
But it's not so much the horn. It's not so much the horn as the echo.
Maybe she ain't getting what she's supposed to get at home.
Nadia say, you feel so, Diana?
Maybe she ain't getting what she's supposed to get at home. Something wrong in the household. Woman, let me speak. I'm a 61-year-old woman with experience. Me no little gal that. Me no little.
Anyway, guys, I'm gonna say good night. I gotta split.
And we all 16-year-olds.
Right? Me no little gal that roll up from under the rock.
You have all the experience, Anna?
I said with experience.
No, listen, I'm going
to leave the experience there for you to figure out.
All right.
If something ain't right in the house, guess who going looking? People just go looking outside for what they're not getting inside. And that's really horning thing. All the talk about this coming. It ain't no horning thing, it's a need being satisfied.
All right, Guyana.
It ain't no horning.
I don't know.
That's a need being satisfied. And
you know what it is?
So you going outside to satisfy your need.
If the need ain't being satisfied inside, you want somebody to sit down, climb the wall,
you're not supposed to have discussions.
But if you have discussion, it still ain't working. What are you gonna do? Answer them?
Go to a therapist.
What therapist? The therapist will be the outside. The therapist will be the outside person. Hey, how are you about to problem solve?
Well, that's
why am I paying somebody when I can get the problem solved? Why am I paying to waste my money to go and get problems solved when I can get solved? I was watch me now. Wait, let me before we go there. The problem is with the society, right? Man was built, and you know, we women, you know, you have to understand this, and I wish they would understand it. Men are hunters. Right? And men are not built to have one woman. And y'all may disagree with me. A man is not built to have one woman. Y'all could take it from there wherever all you want it.
Well, if you say, if I catch... What if you not say, if I catch my woman horn me in the house, I mash down the whole house.
A man is not built to have one woman. And why I think some men have three, in some religions, they have 3 and 4 and 10 wives. And we are, if you look at it, we are slowly drifting to a sharing economy. That's all I'm going to say.
Dana, at the end of the day,
I leave that alone.
in a relationship, right? Nadia says she don't believe that, Diana.
Hey, so why is it some men cheat or some women cheat?
Because of a weakness.
No, it's not a weakness. No, it's not a weakness.
It's a weakness.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not.
What is it?
It is not a weakness.
So what is it? You're going for satisfaction? You're going to get satisfaction?
It's not a weakness. It is the way.
You're going to get satisfaction?
It is the way some people are designed. And when you try to drift from the way you are inherently designed, that is where the misery steps in.
So hold that thought right there. It's in the village with the DAG Triplets and WZYE 95.9 FM. We'll come right back and we'll talk to many people who have been horned in the past. be right back.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
And of course, we are back with you. It's In the Village with the DAG Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 9 p.m. That's Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday from 7 to 9 p.m. Albert Montano says, Diana is correct. She means help the needy.
Well, I mean what?
Help the
She
needy.
means help the needy.
Help the needy, yeah. Be very needy.
No, I don't know. What is, I'm telling you. What is happening in society, right? If you do a toll and tally, they'll tell you that they're looking in your class. Let me go in your classroom, and Slim. How many women are there to men?
My classroom?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good question, I never really.
The class you did today. The class you did today. One class. Just if you could recall it. How many women did the women outnumber the men?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
In my class, it looked like it's even.
All right. Well,
like
if you look at it, right, and when you look at a graduating class, you'll see the women are outnumbering the men. Now, here's what's happening. I might be wrong. People can tend to disagree with me. When you look at it, a woman now graduating, she may not want to step down from her ladder and date. She's graduated with her degree and blah, 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 whatever. She does not want to step down from there because she, in her class now, she has to, the one guy in her class, he has 3 women or 4 women to choose from. Okay? He has 3 or 4. You do the math, you'll see I'm telling you the truth. Talk to Marjorie, she'll agree with me. You'll find 3 or 4, he has 3 or 4 from the litter to pick from. So he has a field. The woman in that class, she does not want to step down from her rung and go date a mechanic or date a janitor you see what's going on? And that is where the whole mix up and the horning and everything comes in.
Okay, so here what Haley says, and I put it up on the screen. And Haley says, men cheat because they choose the wrong person to love and spend the rest of their life with.
No, men are inherently hunters. They are hunters, and until you treat him as such and stop trying to cocoon him in this house, let me finish the answer. Let me finish. Men are hunters. When you go anywhere, the man hunts you, right? That is his nature. That is his job. And until women understand that, until you stop trying to cocoon him in this 4x4 wall and you are mine and you can't go here and you can't do that, you will not. That is where all the problem comes up. Because when they become what is the word? When they decide to commit to one guy, right there, they get and women get too emotionally involved too soon. They think they roll in the hay with the guy and they're like, oh, he's my boyfriend. No, he's not. He just had a roll in the hay with you. And you have to treat it as such and stop being so clingy. When you're clingy, and then he's gone again. I said stop trying to hold him and trap him and you want to stay. Women do this dance and they want to steer him down the aisle and he's going to be my baby daddy and no, stop with that. Yeah, men are hunters and will forever be hunters, and you have to treat them as such. Yeah, you play as a woman. You place yourself as the target and let him hunt you. He's a hunter. That is his job. And stop trying to put him in a house with 4 walls and a key. No, let him hunt you. And keep the game interesting and going. But the minute you decide to make him exclusive and whatnot, some of them become frightened and they become, and that is where a lot of them, they run and they fall down on the job, meaning You know, they don't want to be exclusive. They would rather have you, Jennifer, and Jacqueline. And some women in their heads, you know, they're like, oh, well, you know, I don't want you to be, you can't live in that world because there are not enough men in the world for women. There are more women in the world than men. For every man, there's 4 or 5 women, and it's a sharing economy. Do the math, go do your research, and come back and tell me I'm wrong. I just tell people the truth. It may not be what you want to hear, but you go do your math and you'll come back and tell me if I'm wrong. There are more women in the world than men.
So because there are more women, men cheat because there are more women?
Who's going to take care of these women that need a partner and a mate unless they're going with each other or unless they decide to stay celibate? Hello? So stop. These women have to stop thinking in their heads, oh, you know, he's exclusively mine. No, he's not. No, he's not.
Once you
Maybe
get married, once you get married,
no,
once
that
you get
doesn't.
married, once you are married,
go ahead.
Once you are married, once you
Go ahead.
commit
Yeah.
to marriage,
Mhm.
right? If you believe that you cannot commit to a marriage and commit to one individual, you shouldn't get married.
Okay, hear the operative word, should not.
No, you should not. You should just continue to be a hunter.
That's
the rest of your life.
that is the operative word, should not. But it ain't happening.
Yeah, it happened to people who get married. I know plenty of my friends I went to college with who never get married.
No.
And they have 3, 4, and 5 women.
No. They are married and they have their concubines. And don't tell me it ain't happening.
What was
they
that?
are
They're
married
and they have concubines.
and they have the concubine. They are the side piece. And don't tell me it's not happening.
No, it happens. Okay? Of course it happens.
Okay. So men are hunters and will forever be hunters. You can't take that away. That is their DNA. That is how they're made up. You will be women in the chat will tell you you're walking with your man and he looking a Bamsi come down the road and look kind of he eye turning, but he ain't want you to watch. He ain't want you to see him watching. That is how you all are made up. So women have to understand. You have to understand your man. That's why me and men is get along good, you know. Yeah, okay. You see a Bamsi gonna it look good, okay. I don't get I don't get jealous over no man. None.
Diana,
none.
LSA you making Wall Street sad.
I don't get jealous over none.
LSA, you know, he's like kicks one, man. You kicks it.
And I don't let none of them get under my skin. Because for any time, any minute now, they want to leave and wander and go, okay. They want to fly the nest. Women have to understand that. Yeah.
You know what Elise? If you don't know what love is, then you'll always be cheated on, period.
Well, please, you can know what love is and be cheated on. Haley, no, honey. You can know what love is and be cheated on, girl. Don't go there. Don't go there. Trust me, you can know what love is and be cheated on, and you can be cheated on with someone that's right close to you, and love is right in front of you every day, and it cheated on you and broke your heart and stomped on it. Yeah, but until I came to a place in my life where I understood men are inherently hunters. They're constantly, from a young lass. My first boyfriend cheated on me. Broke my heart. I got over that, and I sat down. I said, "No, what can I take away from this experience? Men are hunters, so I operate around the male species as such. I never allow another man to get under my skin."
So what women are considered? If men are hunters, what are women?
I know what I'm considered.
No, I'm asking you what women are considered. You say that men are hunters.
I can't.
But wait. If you're saying what men are hunters, when you talk,
we are gatherers.
What does that mean?
Watch when we go to the store. How do we shop? You all go out there and you all just pow. The first thing you see, you snatch and you're ready to leave the store. We take our time. We go with a
3 hours,
list.
3, 4 hours, 3, 4 hours, yeah.
We are gatherers.
Correct is right. When you go to the mall, and men very impatient to go to women to the mall because they want to go to the mall for 4 or 5 hours. If I go to the mall with my daughter, my wife, it's like they want to stop in every store.
Yep.
It's like every store in the mall, they want to stop in.
Yeah, men are hunters. I don't care. They could have a woman that look like who like Rihanna, and the eyes still wandering. Yeah.
Lana say, I ain't fighting no man. I ain't fighting no woman for no man. Take it
That's
and go.
right. Thank you, Lana. You see, Lana gets it. Lana gets it. I suggest any woman that's listening, anytime his eyes wander and he decide to be with Jacqueline over you, let him go. Because if he hiding and sneaking and dodging to be with Jacqueline, make it easy to him to be with Jacqueline. Let him go.
He say woman is the choosers. It's the woman who chooses her man.
I don't mean women is the choosers.
It's correct. She's
no, we
absolutely
don't.
correct. Yes.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
We could
No,
choose a man could choose a woman. And if she decide, nah, he ain't the right one. Later for he cancel Christmas, it's over.
I think it's a reciprocal thing.
You got a roll tonight, boy. What?
It's reciprocal.
Ron say you don't know if he's a victim too. Oh no, he's a victim of.
But men are hunt.
Takesha says women have needs too.
Right? Well, what was Mad Dog? So Diana sleep with 2 gal one time, then no, I never did Mad Dog. Don't go spreading any rumors about me. Okay? I like men. Good. Get it straight in your big head.
Yeah, and Ron says, well, boy, I'm sorry if anyone get horn in the chat. If I offended anyone. Ron, you just always offend people. So, at least you're consistent in your behavior.
That's right, Takesha. Think like a man and be a step ahead of them. And that is exactly what I do.
Diana, Diana, you choose him, is your fault. Yes, right.
No, I did not choose. No.
Diana, let me ask you a question.
No.
If a man tackling you, right? You have the decision. You have the ultimate decision to say, nah, no you. Nah, no you. Later for you. However, you see you? All right. I could give you a chance.
Circumstances.
Because if you and Haley's absolutely correct.
There's circumstances.
Only circumstances. I could choose whoever I want, but you is the ultimate decision maker. That's why a man had to go down on his knees and beg you to marry them.
Well, nobody never went down on his knees and asked me to marry them, so I don't know about that. Circumstances.
Yeah.
Circumstances, but not, Yeah. But circumstances.
Yeah, no.
Circumstances.
Diana, all of you not say. Let me put it up on the screen. Look what all of you not say.
What said? I'm not seeing it.
He said Diana is a hunter.
Yeah?
Yeah. Hey, Ellis said Wall Street, you can't talk.
You might be right there, Wallafield Nuts.
Yeah. Ellis said Wall Street, you can't talk. Talk now, Wall Street. Wall Street want to cry, my brother. What else are you talking about? I don't know, but you sound like Kingsley.
Because of my experiences. My experiences shape the hunter I am. So anybody can't just come up to me and whisper in my ear, and I'm like, boy, move from here now.
I ain't saying that to Diana, cheese stick.
What cheese sticks said?
No, I ain't saying that. Look, read it in the chat.
Yeah, I know he said something about 2 gal. He's stupid.
Yeah. Diana's Ellis says, Diana, you're making Wall Street sad.
Oh well.
I don't know why
men are hunters. I will always say it. They will smile. Let me tell you, I had an uncle. He died. Rest his soul in peace. And let me tell you, he changed. He was married, and he changed outside women like he changed socks. Yeah, and I asked him one day, and I had this conversation. I said, but uncle, why, and your wife is such a nice woman. And I said, well, I can't explain it, but men are hunters. And it's like his wife knew. Because you can't tell me your husband ain't come home for 3 Friday nights in a row and you don't want to know where he go. Come on. She knew where he was, but she tolerated it. You see what I'm saying? She tolerated it because she knew that's the nature of the beast that she had. You see? That is why I don't want no husband, me commit to nobody. I had one husband, that's good for me. I want no more.
Takesha said exactly, Diana. Think like a man and be a step ahead of them.
Yep.
I don't want like a man. I don't understand that.
Well, yeah, of course. I want nobody living with me. I don't want nobody.
Why you thinking like a man? Why you thinking
I don't
like
want.
a man?
I don't want. You stop. No, nobody living with me. No, none of that. Nope, nope, nope. We ain't going. Nope, nope. Me not Diane. Nope, 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 no. No.
Oh God. Ellis is a real kick spotters, boy.
No.
Oh God. What the pieces in my foot too short to run down anybody, boy? Boy, children. Oh God. Hey, let me pop this one with Ellis. Ellis is a comedian. Ellis.
My first one.
Woman on me and I was sad. Ellis is a real comedian, boy. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. No joke.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. Ellis, you like Kingsley, boy. Nice one.
Yeah, she get on more than once and she like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Moron said,
What?
why do you want a man getting hot food and the husband have to microwave? Well, hey, the woman is boss.
That is happening.
The woman is boss.
Yeah, if a woman get home, Lana said if a woman get home more than once and she staying, then she like it.
That's right. I'm telling you, the way this world is these days. You see me, I don't have any children. I ain't got the patience. I don't have the patience with a man. He start with some stupidness, I looking to knock his head off his block. I don't have the patience. I'm sorry.
All right.
You got the patience, Ansler.
All right, folks. It's always a pleasure. Let me see if I just want to finish up with, because sometimes he does all these news and it doesn't. It'll stay there and then all right, let me see. Hold up. Oh boy, we go leave that one for next time. Police in Beaton. We'll leave that one for next time. It have fake vaccine cards in Trinidad.
I reached there too.
Yeah, Bombay get killed. Bombay shot dead.
Oh dear.
Pepper spray. Watch these cops. The men running away and the cops pepper spraying them. I should ask Gary about that. And honestly, the fella who opened the pawn shop, the cops are already looking into how DSS boss opening a pawn shop. You understand? The man just opened a pawn shop. Yeah, and he have all the things up there, selling all the requirements. And the police are already looking to see how he set up his shop. And in Trinidad, they already have fake vaccine cards. They don't waste time, They ain't wasting time at all. All right, folks.
Ma.
What? My dog say something?
They're getting licks and one cocoa, they're back to normal. You ain't meet women like me, my dog.
My dog. Put closing comments in the chat. My dog. And all right. My dog, put closing comments in the chat. And my dog and we had Nadia just the other day. We had Nadia.
Rose says she going to sleep.
Yeah. I see Rose gone. Yeah. Ray Stealth Bummer, if you're still there. Put closing comments in the chat. Ray Stealth. So Ray and my dog, put closing comments in the chat. STLTH. Yeah. Yeah, Ray. And
My
Nadia,
dog.
put closing comments in the chat. And
Tommy, why you
yeah.
so quiet, man? Tommy, quiet.
No, Tommy
Tommy,
wasn't quiet, man. When we
Tommy,
poured them
why you
through,
so
when we look below the
quiet?
surface today, them fellas them people in the chat was quiet. They had nothing to say tonight, boy. Nothing.
No,
I
but when
guess
we
too
was
much
talk,
mix.
no,
I
when
guess
we
too
was
much.
talk, we was talking about the men and the women issue. Tommy, quiet, boy, quiet.
What?
What can I say? Well, I was listening to the instructions you were given, Diana, because
But
when you're 16, you have to listen to a 61-year-old.
Wait now. Hey, Dana, where he get this one from, boy? He say horse tonic could make any woman love. What is horse tonic?
What she said there?
Horse tonic will make any woman love you.
Horse
What is
tonic will
horse
make
tonic?
you. I have no idea.
Haley, what is horse tonic?
I am not a
Hey,
horse.
Ray, that's your closing comments, man. Come on, man.
Nice, glad to know.
You hear Ron says? Kingsley Friday out of the part. Leave my partner alone. I'm a UNC partner. I plenty. Hey, we go bring in our next one. We go bring in our next fella.
Oh God.
Only my cussy too.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
But Anselm, we need real solutions for the issues in Trinidad. We don't need no band-aid and no temporary fix. We
Nope.
need permanent solutions. You know,
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, we're gonna be singing the same song, year go, year come. You know, when we have to be, we should be moving on to new ideas and thoughts and concepts.
Right. Eli, I don't know what is horse tonic, you know. If I don't know, I just you see that's why if I don't know, I will say I don't know. What is horse tonic? Some Ron say red cells. Horse tonic is red cells.
Oh God. I don't even go down that road.
Okay, all right.
There.
Okay, we put the closing comments in the chat. All right. Yeah. I don't know. Nadia, you have to you have to give me what that. Hey, Lana, you know what is horse tonic? Oh, Tommy, you know what is horse tonic?
All I know, I'm getting tired.
I gotta Google horse tonic and see what I'm Nadia talking about. Yes. Oh God. Well, yes. All right. All right, Diana. Go ahead.
All right, I have a serious message here
Diana,
tonight.
wait a minute. 1 minute. Wait a minute. Let me remove that thing from on top there. Let me remove that comment from on the screen. Hold on, eh? And you see the comment we have up there from your powder friend? Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead, Diana.
Good. I have a serious message that I want to deliver tonight. The four eyes of oppression that are present in Trinidad and Tobago right now. First, any oppressive system has at its core the idea that one is somehow better than another, and in some measure has the right to control the other. The idea that one is better than another and the right to control the other gets embedded in the institutions of the society, the laws, the legal system, and the police practice, the education system, hiring policies, housing development, and political power. Institutional oppression. This does not have to be intentional. For example, if a policy unintentionally reinforces and creates new inequalities between privileged and non-privileged groups, it's considered institutional oppression. interpersonal oppression, the idea that one is better than the other and has the right to control the other, which gets structured into a union and gives permission and reinforcement for individual of the union to personally disrespect or mistreat someone in the union. Interpersonal oppression is displayed when we see the violence directed at women, something that is prevalent in Trinidad and Tobago. The negative messages internalized about women help to craft the abusive attitude toward them and are somehow perceived as normal. The mistreatment of women in Trinidad and Tobago is embedded and backed up by the society's institutions and other forms of power. Internalized oppression. The fourth way oppression works is within groups of people who suffer the most form of mistreatment. Oppressed people internalize the ideology of inferior that they see reflected in the institutions. For example, from the TTPS, members of the public may experience disrespect interpersonally from members of the dominant group. Oppression always begins from outside the oppressed group, but by the time it gets internalized, the external oppression need hardly be felt for the damage to be done. If people from the oppressed group feel bad about themselves and because of the nature of the system, do not have the power to direct those feelings back toward the dominant group without receiving more blows, then there are only two places to dump those feelings, on oneself or on the people of the same group. Thus, people in any target group have to struggle hard to keep from feeling heavy feelings of powerlessness or despair. Acting out internalized oppression runs the gauntlet from passive powerlessness to rebellion or aggressiveness. Internalized privileged people who benefit the most, they are the ones that benefit the most from these systems. Privileged people involuntarily accept stereotypes and false assumptions about oppressed people. Internalized privilege creates an unearned sense of entitlement in members of this privileged group and can be expressed as a denial of the existence of oppression. Oppression is real in Trinidad and Tobago, and it is being played out daily. This is Diana Benskin, aka The Storm, bidding you auf Wiedersehen until we meet again. I hope you all have taken heed to this message that I have given to you tonight. Have a great evening, my beloved people.
Tommy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. I like to say this quote by Carl Jung. He says, "Your vision will become clear only when you look into your heart. Who looks outside dreams. Who looks inside awakens." And that's what has to happen. We have to wake up. The last time I said something, the last show, I said, in life, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes it rains. I don't know if that one went over anybody's head, but you really have to think about it. Yes, it's true, sometimes you win, it's true, sometimes you lose, and then sometimes it rains. When it rains, it can rain heavily, and there's no game. Game is over. It can rain, and you can get showers of blessing. You can get blessed. It can rain to the point where it becomes so bad that you'll never play again. So what we have to do is stay focused and remember that there will always be a brighter tomorrow, and where there's life, there will be hope. Pleasant good night to each and every one, and thank you for allowing me to be in the village with you tonight. Blessings.
Thank you very much, Tommy. In the words of Desmond Tutu, if you are neutral in situations of injustice, You have chosen the side of the oppressor. If an elephant has its foot on the tail of a mouse and you say that you're neutral, the mouse will not appreciate your neutrality. That's a quote by Desmond Tutu. And let's go. We're going to close tonight with Ray Stelt says, good night to everyone on the 95.9 crew. You guys are doing a great job. Thank you very kindly, Ray Stelt. And Mad Dog says, good night, everyone. We get better every day, just like our organs make up systems. Each organ has a distinct role, just as each citizen has one. Deliver and never give up. Let's get it working again. Thank you so much. And we always say this to you guys in the chat. Thanks to all of you for making this program a success. And we appreciate all of you. And we're going to go out tonight again with the song that we played. What Ellis says, if you don't find your horse tonic, I could mix something and send for you, my brother. You're only talking about that tonic. I have a PhD in mind reading. I will help you with that issue. I don't know what it is. I asked that question. What's wrong with you? Right. Anyway, from where I sit, this is it. The clock on the wall said that's all. I like to say what I've got to go. Remember, hard work beats talent. When talent does not work out, for every 60 seconds of anger, you lose 1 minute of happiness. And we're going to go out again with Mystic Prowler, boy. These are old one, boy. Old one. You know, you have to look below the surface. See you guys. Take care.
Sometimes I just get angry when I see somebody watch an ex-man achievement and declare that was easy. They don't see all the struggle and all the failure. They quickly form allegiance to toast the winner. But in this life, there's a truth, and every tree you see have a root. And it's from way below the surface you bring up your food. Now Thomas Edison, the light bulb inventor, his 2000 time he failed before the bulb could light. And when he reached age 67, a fire cost him 2 million. That's when the studio burned to the ground one December night. But he stood strong, faithful to his craft. And 3 weeks later, released his first phonograph. You see, he had the stuff great men are made of. It's the stuff you could miss unless you look below the surface. I say he had the stuff great men are made of. It's the stuff you could miss unless you look below the surface. Go get that.